Star Potter, Assassin's Potter. It's a lot of role-playing options.
Assassin's Peter.
Assassin's Peter. Assassin's Peter.
But what is going on, everybody? You know what it is if you're listening to this. And if you don't know, I'm about to tell you. This is Too High for TV, where two guys get too high and talk about a little bit too much TV.
Just a little.
But we leave that up to you guys to decide because we don't think we talk about too much TV.
No.
It's just got a nice ring to it.
It's
you
just
know?
a regular
It's a nice
thing.
little jingle. You know?
Sounds good. This is
Too
a
High for
long-ass
TV.
battery, bro. Like... Sorry, pause, but it's longer than I'm used to.
Is that your pen in your pocket, or you just have your CD?
Yeah, straight up, man.
And by that, guys, you can tell we're not just two guys today. We got a third guy freaking joining us today. Another P added to the pod.
Tis
You
a
know
menage
him.
a trois.
You love him. He's been on here a few times. He's extended family to the podcast. You know, today he had the day off. And you know what he wanted to do on his day off? He wanted to pull up and be on the podcast.
Pull up on the pod.
And I appreciate that. And you know, guys, we have Diggy Barnes here with us today.
I have been expecting you, Clarice.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Oh, fuck.
That's such a good intro.
Oh, gosh. But Diggy, my man, how's it going, dude?
It's going good, you guys. It's kind of been working a lot lately.
Yeah.
I feel you, dude.
Yeah, working a lot.
It's like
Hogwarts
the
Legacy.
It's like the
Yeah,
theme
of
of this
course.
podcast
Yeah.
the past like
Just
couple weeks. A
working
lot
a
of
lot.
work and a lot of Hogwarts.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
honestly.
much with the rest of the world on this one. I think when like all my spare time is just Hogwarts Legacy and
Yeah.
The Last of Us.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty
Fuck yeah,
much.
dude.
I haven't seen the new episode yet because
Really?
I worked
Oh,
all
wait.
night last
Yeah,
night.
yeah. Okay, yeah. It was good.
And then I
It was a good
slept for a
episode.
couple hours
It was
before I
good.
got here.
It was a good
It was
episode.
a flashback.
Yeah, it's it's the Left Behind.
It's Left
with
Behind,
Riley,
yeah.
right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gonna be sad. I haven't
heard
seen
it's,
it, but
I heard
I
it's
already know
done
what's
differently
gonna happen.
from the game DLC. I have
Like the
not
whole
actually
outcome of
played.
like how that ends up working out.
Well, Dad played it, and he was explaining it to me. There's just like
Have you never played Left
Dad
Behind?
I never
it.
played Left Behind. Yeah,
It's only like
yeah.
it's like a 4-hour DLC.
Yeah,
or
it's
something
quick.
like that.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
really quick.
But yeah, he was telling me there's small little differences here and there in terms of how everything unfolds.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, that one's a good one. I think I played that one when I did my replay of the first game. Thank you. Back before Part 2 came out.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Part deux.
In the lead up, Part 2.
What?
Part 2. Yeah, when's Part 3 coming out? That's what I want to know. I know I've heard rumors of. So back when the first Last of Us came out, there was a multiplayer on it called Factions, if I remember correctly. And so it's like a weird hybrid, like survival / classic, like TDM type shit where you have like revives and shit like that, right? So you start with nothing. You literally walk around, and I think you get like a melee weapon to start with. You have to find weapons, you have to find ammo for those weapons, and then you have to find the regular crafting shit that you do to get like bombs, Molotovs, all the regular shit you have in the game. But apparently, there's rumors that Naughty Dog is working on a larger version of that multiplayer. So
naughty
like,
dog.
yeah.
For a new game or an add-on for Part 2?
No, for a whole new game, like separate from whatever they're going to develop next in the Last of Us series. Like it's just going to be multiplayer focused. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it'll be Battle Royale like. So it'll just be a bunch of people dropped into a big old map, and you just have to survive. And
It sounds like it's gonna be like, remember the online gameplay for Uncharted?
Yeah,
Where you would just literally like run
was
around
good.
picking up weapons, doing parkour from
It
building
was,
to building.
it was funny.
Parkour!
Because like Uncharted, I think the multiplayer started in like the second game, maybe the third one, if I'm not
Are you
mistaken.
talking about Uncharted?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the third one.
Yeah, and it's like relatively like normal, you know, like Call of Duty shit. You have perks and stuff. You have all your different like weapons and guns and shit like that. And then Uncharted 4 just like leaned heavy into the like mystical aspect of the series, and like all of a sudden you can like crack a fucking lantern and a djinn comes out and you have super speed, where there's like little totems you can throw down that are like turrets shooting out spirit fucking bullets and stuff. And I was just like, all right, cool, this is a heavy upgrade.
That sounds nice.
Fucking
But that does
Naughty
sound
Dog.
weird, and like I would be kind of weirded out. I mean, I never played those games, but it sounds like that is very much just like a complete like stark like 180
Yeah,
from like what
hard
the game
jump.
Yeah,
originally. You
Hard
know,
really
jump,
is.
100%.
I would,
Yeah.
You know, I would probably be down for it because I am one for like upgrades and like
Yeah,
make
it
me
is
run,
fun.
I'm down to run faster, but I'd
Yeah.
be like, this doesn't even make sense in the context of the
those
game.
those
Well,
games get mystical, but not till like the last 20 minutes usually.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
the ending always has you coming up on like Shangri-La or like, you know, El Dorado or some shit
Shangri-La
like that.
zombies.
What-
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
part of the reason though, like honestly, why The Last of Us online didn't work very well. It's
Yeah.
like it was only the first one, and that it. I mean, obviously, I guess it hasn't been a new Uncharted game in a very long time.
True.
So obviously, all those servers are off, but they're both Naughty Dog games.
Yeah.
And I think the linear storytelling gameplay style that Naughty Dog has doesn't translate online very well.
Yeah, well, they're like mainly single player.
Because like online is more like you do what you want to do when you want to do it.
Yeah,
like,
you
it's
fuck
kind of
around.
more which Naughty Dog is. It's fine. I love cinematic stuff.
Yeah.
Like more so than like
multiplayers,
like open world gameplay. To be
Multiple
honest,
players.
Yeah.
but I don't know. I think like the way that Naughty Dog does their games, you can't really.
Yeah, it's not.
You do what they want you to do when they want you to do it.
Yeah, for sure.
At all times in those games.
It's like playing a story. It's like playing a movie, pretty much.
Yeah, like if you're not into the story on those games, then like what the fuck are you doing playing that game? But we'll see. I don't know. Do you think that Last of Us Part 3 is
a game?
Like warranted? Like I don't know. Do you think there's like because the way Part 2 ends, like
well, careful because he doesn't
nothing-
know any.
That's why I'm not trying to talk no spoilers,
Yeah.
but like. Just a question. Do you think it's necessary? Because the way the Part 2 ends, like, it's obviously not a problem, like, solver. Obviously, like, it's not like there's no more infected by the end of, like, the Part 2. But it seems pretty, like, definitive happy ending there, sort of. I mean, as happy as it gets.
I think without trying to get into, like,
Yeah.
story details too much, they would either have to fast forward very far
Yeah.
in order to keep, like, the...
To age some characters up
Yeah.
for some storytelling things.
Or
purposes.
they could just be bold and say, fuck it, we've created this Last of Us universe. We're going to let Joel and Ellie's story be what it was, and we're going to focus on new characters.
Yeah. Well, because honestly, the show... It's one of those things where I think the show can contribute a lot to the story because they are changing subtle differences, small differences in the show versus the game comparison, but the overall story comes out exactly the same. So
Yeah.
if they wanted to add something in that the show does that's like a good idea, like
Why not?
Why not? Because Neil Druckmann's
You know what I'd
pretty
be down
much in
for?
command for the show as
If-
well.
If they did Last of Us Part 3 and I got to play as fucking Bill in like the 20 years that he survives
but it's
in that
reskinned to
land,
look like Nick Offerman.
oh, dude, I'd be so down. Give me that game over and over and over again. I would hella play that shit.
I honestly I would too. Nick,
Yeah.
like as soon as I saw Nick Offerman in the little thumbnail that one day, I'm like, dude, it's Bill.
Yeah, dude.
It looks like
freaking
exactly
Yeah,
like
it's
Bill.
perfect, man.
It's
Yeah.
great. I love that story arc too.
Fuck yeah.
Well, I think with like any zombie, like with any zombie sort of story, there is sort of like a time, like a cap that you kind of have to put on it
No, I
because
have an asthma appointment on Wednesday. Yeah.
he's got to keep his lungs
Gotta
pure.
keep the lungs clear.
Got to keep the lungs pure. But like with like any zombie story, I feel like there is like a cap you have to put on it because at a certain point you're just kind of getting repetitive, right? You're
Yeah.
either just running from infected zombies or you're freaking beefing with some other people that are also
Yeah.
trying to survive. You know,
That,
it's
that was
like-
all. That was why they added a lot of character to the Fedra people and the what are they called
Yeah, that's right.
Fireflies.
Oh, the Firefly?
the Fireflies.
Yeah.
Yeah, giving them because like in the game like you're just going
just
through
bad guys and
killing.
good guys.
Yeah,
Would not
they're just bad
believe your
guys. There's like
eyes.
12 different
10
like.
million fireflies.
Oh no!
I want that in the show now.
the world as I fell asleep.
Oh god.
Oh,
No, it's
God.
true though. They did have to like flesh out those like factions a little more because, like you said, it's just groups of people fighting each other. I mean, obviously you can dive into the finer details of what that looks like, but it's true that'll get tired out after a while for sure.
Damn.
I think part 1 and part 2 would be nice. You know, where the world is full of trilogies at this point. Let's have some duologies. You know,
Duologies?
Yeah, fuck it. God of War did a duology. Part 1, part 2. You're good to go. You saddle it all up just like that. You know?
That's gonna they'll probably continue that with an Atreus game.
Yeah, but yeah, true. That's a good point.
But
yeah.
that's that's not a God of War story.
No,
technically,
I'd be
at that
down for
point.
just some part 1 and part 2s. You know, I don't need
Part 1 and part
I don't
2.
need trilogies all over the place. Why not?
I just don't need a whole franchise.
I think it's
all the
just.
time.
I think it's just like the world we live in. Like everyone just wants more movies, right? If you come out with one good one,
everybody wants their Marvel universe for everything.
exactly. Like that's the world we live in now. Like it's
Not talking trash
building.
on Marvel because that's why we're here.
I'll talk
for the
trash
most
on
part,
Marvel.
but,
Yeah.
like,
I'll talk trash.
Yeah, that is a big problem. That everything. I mean, Jesus Christ, they're making an 11th Fast and the Furious fucking movie.
Oh, dude, I know.
Like, you want me to stand a little bit closer?
Yeah, dude, that trailer had me cracking the fuck up, honestly, for the newest one, because, like, Vin Diesel has gone full send on just being like,
absolutely.
I am the superhero of cars. Like,
family.
He's the superhero that everybody finds annoying.
dude, oh my god, he's ridiculous.
Like,
at
you
this
would
point.
have to believe that, like, maybe not Jason Momoa because he's new to that, but everybody
Oh, yeah,
that's, like,
yeah.
in that group chat, like, is like, dude, Vin, shut the
Shut the
up,
fuck
bro.
up.
Like,
100%.
okay,
family this,
yeah.
family that, man. We get it, bro.
Dude,
Yeah, there's
all
gonna
the time,
be a
bro.
regular car and there's gonna be a super car
Uh-huh.
and then they're gonna fight and then the bad guy's gonna join their side and then barbecue.
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 It's the end goal of every single Fast and Furious.
I saw the,
All right,
in
guys.
the trailer. Oh,
Just like in the story room, they're like, all right, we have a barbecue at the end. How do we get there?
How do we get? Yeah.
We got a barbecue and we got a car fight. All right, how do we tie these two together?
Vin
We got
Diesel-
family all
yeah.
in the
there's
mix.
gotta
All
be
right.
Corona in there
Yeah.
at some point.
I hope.
No.
I want a crossover, like one-liner from Vin Diesel, where like somebody's like, "Who do you think you are? You're not shit," and he looks him dead in the eye and he goes, "I am family."
We are family.
We are.
That's basically
family.
his line at the end of Guardians
exactly,
1.
dude. I want to see
No,
it.
we are Marshall.
We are Marshall. I want to see it, dude. Give me the crossover, man.
They
Fucking
should
running
just
hot.
do a multiverse where like the Chronicles of Riddick shows up, fucking
Oh,
the
dude.
Last Witch Hunter,
All the
Vin
Vin
Diesel, Iron Giant shows up.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I'm here for
That's
it.
how they have to end it, you know. It just might as well. It's all Warner Brothers, like with the multiverse. They have them all together. They should just
Yeah.
Honestly,
Go
if
in
we're
there.
going to cross over the Fast and Furious franchise with any other franchise,
What would it be?
it's got to be Transformers.
Oh, yeah,
like
that'd be
that's
most
like
definitely,
1000%.
That'd
You
be
know,
awesome.
at the end
Vin
of this
Diesel
one, you just
driving
see
Optimus Prime,
Yeah,
bro.
fuck
Like,
yeah,
are you
dude.
kidding me?
100%.
That's the ultimate team up right there.
at the end of Fast 11. That's what happens. But you just see like a yellow Camaro
No, you know-
roll up at the end, and then Linkin
know what-
Park starts playing in the background.
You know what I want to see, bro? I want Vin Diesel to walk in on the end credits scene of the next Transformers movie, and I want, without any explanation whatsoever, Optimus to just go, "Sam, it's been a long time."
Vin Diesel has
Grown up
Sam
Shia
and Wiki.
LaBeouf, bro. He's fucking old ass fucking
Ladies
Sam
Man
Wiki.
2114.
Yeah, dude, 100%. Give it to me. That's all I want.
Oh
That's what
my
I'm saying,
fucking
dude.
God.
Fast
all I
and
want.
Furious and Transformers crossover.
Let's
That's
see
what,
it.
That's
Let's
the
see it.
crossover that we fucking need.
Let's see it, dude.
It's only a crossover that I really want at the moment, you know?
What would
all
you
that I
What would you
want.
call it though?
Family, bro.
Family.
Family.
Family. Robot family.
Fast 11, more than meets the eye.
That's good. That's good. More than meets the eye. Oh,
Oh
fuck, man.
shit! Vin Diesel like bare knuckle boxing Optimus Prime like he does with Jason Statham in the first one.
Yeah, and he
But
wins.
then no, the streets always win.
There you
if
go.
You remember that's the line that he fucking does
The
and when he's
streets
fighting
always
Jason Statham.
win.
They're fighting or whatever on this parking garage. That's like they like flew their cars into it from another building or some shit. And he's like, "That's where you're wrong. The streets always win." And
God
he fucking like
damn it.
stomps his foot on the floor. He stomps his foot on the ground. And the entire building gives way. Like, the whole building comes down on top of...
Because it's the
yeah,
streets.
because the streets always win in
God
a Vin
damn
Diesel
it.
movie.
You know, I'll watch it. I'll see it. I'm down with it.
Okay, so real beef, though. Real beef, actually. So, I did see the trailer for the new Fast and the Furious movie, and... Like, I'm down for it. Like, 100%. I love fucking Fast and the Furious. I will go see that movie in theaters. I do not care. Take my money.
Yeah,
I will
fuck
go
it.
watch it. I'm just a fucking Fast and the Furious nerd. However, like... They have the 69 Dodge Charger, the black one from the first movie, and they have it like as a. It's at this point, it's a character in the
Yeah,
franchise.
yeah. Makes an appearance
But
every movie.
but like it in the way the trailer's edited, it's like they're having the big struggle, like what's the next big thing, and then it's like the car that started it all. But
Yeah.
like, didn't that car get like folded by a goddamn train? And they're taking
Probably like
cars
4 times.
Yeah, they're taking they're taking cars into space now. At this point, I don't
Yeah.
see what the same car from the is gonna do. Like it's
Transformers, bro. Telling you.
It's been a
a
Transformer all
Transformer.
along. It's
Yeah.
been Ironhide this whole time. No.
He didn't die, bro. He didn't die.
bro.
Ironhide.
Ironhide.
You're going to be with this crew. They're called the Fast and the Furious. They're
Like,
one
you know
big
what?
family.
They should
Yeah.
just do that. Who owns Transformers? Paramount.
I think it's Paramount. I feel like I remember
and,
the...
and Fast and Furious is Universal, I think, right?
Make
Or
it- oh, no.
WB.
Make it happen.
that Transformers is Universal too, I think, because they're at
Oh
Universal
yeah,
Studios.
they are both at Universal Studios. Make
Both
it
the
fucking
rides.
happen, you guys.
Make it happen, Universal,
Optimus Prime in Fast 11.
please.
Yeah, that's what's gonna. Jason Momoa's gonna rip off his mask at the end of the 11. And it's gonna be Optimus.
No, he's Aquaman, and it's a DC crossover too.
But then
James Gunn
But then he
pops up.
rips it
Yeah.
off one more time, and he's Lobo.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What is this you have pulled up over here? You got some,
All right.
some news or
so
what?
I saw
Oh.
a tweet earlier that I needed to look up a little bit more. You know, I was definitely a big, like, yo, John Krasinski, Mr. Fantastic. I'm with it. We saw him in, obviously,
Multiverse of Madness.
Multiverse of Madness. I saw this, and I honestly was not mad at it.
I'd be down with this.
Adam Driver is the front runner for the role of Reed Richards in...
Yeah.
Absolutely.
My only concern, I don't think I've ever seen Adam Driver with short hair, and I don't know.
It could work.
I don't want.
They're gonna have to CGI his ears back.
Yeah, exactly. They're just like.
It could work, man.
I think in terms of the acting prowess, dude, I think he's perfect. Like he could totally pull. Because the thing about Reed Richards that like. Even Krasinski didn't do like
daddy.
He's daddy, bro. He's daddy. He's
up.
daddy of
So
the
is Reed
Fantastic
Richards,
Four.
so, like-
Straight up.
No, but like the thing about Reed is like he's kind of got to be like a lovable dick. Yeah, like
Gotta be an asshole.
Yeah, and I think Adam
They'll
Driver
probably
can pull that
drop
off.
all the womanizing.
That would be good.
Yeah,
I would
don't
prefer
beat the
that.
shit out of Sue Storm
Yes,
on
please.
in the movies.
Yeah, let's
like he does in the
Please
comics.
no.
Let's
Please
update
no.
the Fantastic Four. But yeah, I think Adam Driver would be perfect for that kind of role. You know, like the means well, trying to do his best, almost to the point of like obsessing over like trying to save the world or save his family or whatever it is. But kind of comes off like a fucking asshole when he does it. You know, I think I'm down with
Well,
that.
maybe he is maybe he is a big dick, and then maybe he is just an asshole because do you think our Jonathan Majors King is a descendant of Nathaniel Richards, or is Nathaniel Richards?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so. I think
So,
when you
yeah.
look at like the tech that that Mr. Fantastic was using in Multiverse of Madness, even though John Krasinski is probably not going to be the Mr. Fantastic moving forward, I
universe,
think
yeah.
just if you look at the tech that Kang's using and the tech that Mr. Fantastic was using, I think they did that for a
Yeah,
reason,
the context clues are there for sure.
There's a reason they made Mr. Fantastic pull up in that freaking from that fucking portal.
100%, dude, yeah.
So
Definitely. Okay.
I think they're gonna have to, and I think it's just I think it's just a smart thing to do. You know,
And if that's the case, then you probably can have Reed Richards be a dick and like just have like the family like passed down of just being angry and mean to your kids and stuff.
Well, my question too is like when they do introduce the
maybe
Fantastic
you just kill
Four,
Sue Storm
you could do that.
and then make Reed a dick, and then in turn that sets everything in play.
My question is when you do introduce them, are you going to just go classic Fantastic Four and you just have the four of them, or are we gonna get the kids? Because for me, the kids is where shit is just gonna turn
Franklin and,
bonkers, bro. Yeah, because Franklin Richards can literally just do whatever the fuck he
he's
wants.
the smartest person in the Marvel cinema.
Well, fuck that shit. He's the most powerful. That fool blinks when he's like 5 years old and he creates a whole nother universe.
Is he is it Reed or is it his son that creates the ultimate nullifier?
I think Reed does.
Okay,
Yeah. But yeah, dude, Franklin Richards is just like stupid OP. So like, I'm wondering if they're gonna introduce them into the MCU.
Just have them already show up.
I think it makes sense for especially like the direction that the MCU is going and setting up like Young Avengers and definitely like trying to go younger. I think it just makes sense and like
have as many younger players in the mix as you can.
I think we're at the time where we don't necessarily need the full on like full movie where it's the backstory and the origin of like Fantastic Four. I think we can definitely drop them in. We can drop them in somewhere.
Twice.
Yeah, we've seen it twice already.
Like general rule of thumb, if a character has been rebooted twice, do not give us an origin
That's why
story.
we don't see Uncle Ben die.
No, or fucking Bruce Wayne's parents either, dude. Like we know what happened. All right, it's all good.
Did you see that? Sorry, speaking of just DC.
Yeah,
Did you see that the CW's Flash filmed its last episode this
Oh,
weekend?
finally,
thank
Jesus.
God, dude.
But it's
Put it
not
to
over.
bed.
Like they're finishing it. No, they're finishing the Flash, but they canceled a bunch of stuff.
I heard, yeah.
They like a bunch of other stuff that's not really relative to it, but like they still got like Superman and Lois going.
Oh yeah.
A couple of those other ones.
I've heard Superman and Lois is good.
I watched the first like 2 episodes when it came out a couple years ago, and it actually was pretty good. I mean, I love that Superman suit that he's got.
Yeah, it's
pretty
good.
fucking sick.
Super suit.
I mean, it just
Where's my super suit?
it kind of makes sense when you think about how like broad James Gunn's plans are for the DC universe. Like I could imagine him being like, okay, wrap everything up, like daddy's coming in to take care of business, you know? Like
pretty much. I mean,
Also, because all CW shows turned to hot
they're
doo-doo
just
after
fucking
like
soap
2
operas,
seasons
bro.
or 3
terrible.
seasons.
The CW
They're just
sold
soap
for
operas.
$0.
yeah.
Like honestly,
yeah.
the early seasons of The Flash were really fucking good. The early seasons
fucking
of
Arrow.
Arrow were really
I love
fucking good
Arrow.
as well.
Arrow's good until like season 3 or 4. Flash only made it like 2 seasons, dude.
Before
3
it started
starts to get
real
rough.
hokey.
Yeah,
Well, which one was what happened in season 3? Was that Savitar?
that's
Was-
Savitar.
Savitar.
I see. I was still on board for that because the reveal of like Savitar, I thought was pretty fucking dope.
I watched. I think we used to be
We
there
used to,
every
yeah.
Tuesday night. Like we watched season 3 But that was definitely the one where I found myself going from like, to
like,
what the fuck?
what?
No, what is this? Like, you know what I mean? Like season
Yeah.
3 is the tipping point for me where I was like,
You do get
shit.
emo Barry Allen in that.
Yeah,
one. He has like the
he's-
long hair.
He even has the fringe, bro. I'm
Yeah.
like, look, come on, come on. Yeah.
Season two is fucking great
Fire,
though
dude.
with Zoom.
Zoom's
oh my
the
gosh.
best villain in
They're
that
all
shit.
coming
dude.
back. I
Yeah.
saw that they have all the speedsters back.
Yeah, I saw a leaked image earlier today. It's fucking
It's
Zoom.
and it's Tom Cavanagh.
Yeah,
Fucking,
Reverse Flash. They even have Savitar too. I think Godspeed is back. I never
Zoom.
saw him, but
Zoom, is that his name? The fucking, or what was his name?
yeah, Zoom is
The crazy looking like dead guy. Like,
yeah. He turns into the. I think.
Oh
they
yeah,
call
that's
him-
Yeah,
that's
he's
the
back, too.
yeah. I think in the comics, I think what he turns into is like is just death. Like
Yeah, I think he's
itself.
called like.
Sick.
Isn't he like the Black Runner or something like that?
I think it's the Black Racer or something.
The Black
like that.
Racer. There you go. Yeah.
But
He's
there's
basi-
also like a couple different versions of like the Black Racer. Like
he's essentially like the Grim Reaper of the Speed Force, right?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, yeah, it's good shit.
because I know there's like one version of like the Black Racer where there was some big event going on in the DC comics. I forgot, but all of them got like special fucking like superpowers. Like they already have superpowers, but they
Yeah,
got like super
doubly
stupid
special, yeah.
stupid upgrades.
Yeah.
You know? And freaking I forget who they were fighting, but Flash turns into like the Black Racer.
Cool.
And like yeah,
The
it was
one
just
that
so much shit.
I've seen is being done obviously differently, but right now in the Flash has a very cool origin, which is I think he's called the Red Death, and it's an alternate universe where Batman fails to save a Robin or something like that, and he's like, fuck that, I'm never letting anybody die again. So he fucking straps the Flash to the front of the Batmobile and just like bashes
Mad
through
Maxes his ass?
Yeah, just charges into the Speed Force and they like fuse and he's like a horrible fucking monster.
Well, first of all, what also he does, he freaking takes all the weapons from freaking each one of Flash's like rogues gallery like villains. So he has like Captain
The
Cold's
cold
gun.
gun, yeah.
He has the freaking
boomerangs.
the boomerangs, the mirror,
Yeah.
all that freaking shit. And he's like fighting the Flash, like using all that stuff. And the Flash
Probably
is like,
destroys him, yeah.
the Flash is like, all the other villains can't defeat me, blah blah blah. And Batman's like, I'm fucking Batman.
I could beat you without this
Yeah.
shit, bro.
Yeah, and basically beats him, knocks him out, and then Barry just wakes up and he's just literally strapped on the fucking Batmobile.
Yeah.
And
Some pretty
yeah,
hardcore
Batman's
shit,
like,
dude.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
hardcore.
drive into the fucking Speed Force.
Yep.
And the Flash is like, don't fucking do
He
it.
just like wires him up to the Batmobile. He's like, fuck it, let's go.
Yeah.
I scratched everything I said about the Fast and Furious. That's what happens at the end of the 11.
Yeah.
Batman shows up with Barry on the hood of the car, and they have a Speed Force Camaro.
Hell yeah.
Vin Diesel's actually like, I'm the Flash.
Yeah, all the time.
I'm
Yeah.
brute. Just
Yeah, fucking A, dude.
Oh,
there's
God,
too
yeah.
many people. Oh my god.
Do you,
But yeah, I'm glad the Flash is ending. Honestly, like
Me
9
too.
seasons. Honestly, that's that's a long time for shows nowadays. Like when you think about it, back in the day, shows definitely used to go on for like 9, 10 seasons, like pretty regularly.
Well,
They had
But-
good writing most
Yeah.
of the
But,
time.
dude, for
Most of
reference,
the
though,
time.
like, sitcoms are easy to write for a long time because you just take a interesting group of characters and you throw them up against shit that would be funny, right? That's
Yeah.
How I Met Your Mother and Friends both ran for 9 and 10 seasons. So the fact that a superhero soap opera
9
genre,
seasons too long for Friends.
well, yeah, but
I'm just kidding. I just
the
don't like
the
Friends.
fact that a superhero. Have you ever watched Friends?
Yeah, I've tried. I
Okay,
cannot.
yeah.
I really
I like
can't.
Friends. I watch
For-
Friends
for
all the
no-
way
for
through.
no
I love
reason. I mean,
Friends.
I can watch The Office and everything like that.
I like
Parks and
Office,
Rec,
yeah.
How I Met Your Mother. It's all the equal same amount of cheese.
Oh, 100%.
But some
It's
about
a different-
Friends.
yeah, it's-
some about
Friends is,
Friends
like,
just doesn't
different.
do it
You know,
for me.
It's different,
I think
dude.
what it is it's like Friends is
when Joey's just like, I just want to say like shit.
Yeah.
He's just like, I'm just hungry. Like
it's
just
also
dumb shit. You
it's
know?
also you just like I have this with a lot of these shows actually. I go back and watch them and I'm like, wow, I did not understand like just social problems until I go back and watch them now because
Yeah.
it's like you see the things that they're like dealing with and stuff and it's like, oh, I don't like there's an episode of How I Met Your Mother that I was watching where Ted is like dating this girl. And it's the one where like Robin and Barney are like fucking on the phone like agents and shit, and they're like, "We found a background. Don't worry, we're like checking this out." Blah 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 blah.
That's
She's
the
like,
first time she's like,
Oh,
his
yeah,
wingman.
yeah,
yeah, and she's like,
When
"You're
he-
gonna want to run from that one. She used to be a chunka," and it's like, "Whoa, dude, holy shit!" You're like, and Ted walks out on that chick, bro, because she used to be a little bit bigger. It's like, okay, yeah, that's a little outdated.
The one of those,
no, yeah.
the one that's actually pretty fucking nuts, that has some pretty funny joke, like corny jokes, is when he goes on the date with that girl, but he doesn't. They agree to not look each other up on the internet, and then he just is coming up with these like crazy ideas of like what she fucking does for like a living. And I was just like, damn, that's
one of the ones too that would be like a deal breaker for him, right? It's like he's like in the bathroom, right, and she walks in and she's like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm a dude. Yeah, dude, it's like all right, a little older, a little old school for sure.
But I love how much
I love it. Do you know what? I've seen that show probably all the way through, probably about 4 fucking times.
Yeah, 100%.
I love that show.
Up until the last season.
I can't watch that show anymore either, though.
The ending just sucks too, man. Like the whole.
Does it though?
I think the ending sucks. I think literally the last season for me is good, but the ending of like, oh, by the way, the mom is dead, and he just wanted to fuck Aunt Robin all this time.
They didn't give us enough time to actually love
it was like,
Christina Miliotti's character.
It was like, oh, hey, we're going to give you this new flavor of ice cream. And you're like, yeah, I'm ready. And then they're like, hey, this is a vanilla ice cream. And you're like, I've
been eating that for 8-9 seasons already. Yeah.
I like vanilla ice cream.
Vanilla ice cream is good.
I will choose vanilla ice cream over anything, and I will also choose Colby Smolder over anything.
I mean, I love vanilla ice cream, but don't tell me you're going to give me new flavor and then just give me vanilla ice cream.
But I think that's what it is. I think they didn't give us enough time to fall in love with Tracy. Is that her name? Yeah, Tracy. To fall in love with Tracy. And so, but when they got to the point where they're like, all right, there she is, and this is what's going to happen, there's not very much like
to go off of.
There's nothing. It's just like, okay, well, there's a new character. Like, if you make it Robin, then it's like, yeah, I fucking knew it. It was them the whole along. Because
well, really, you know what else too is it's like, I think if you go back and you look at it, right, and they not only had the ending written, but they actually had the ending filmed, like. 5 or 6 years,
still fucking age
because they grew up,
whoever else that is.
So they filmed it like 5 or 6 years before they got to the ending. Went through all this drama, had Robin like marry Barney, divorce Barney, get back with Ted, like break up with Ted, all this shit or whatever. So you, as like the viewer, at least me personally, are like kind of tired of the Robin Ted back and forth. Yeah. But they wrote themselves into a corner like 6 years ago when they started it, so they kind of have to follow through with that now. It's like, all right, cool.
I think what also pissed me off about the ending was the kids are just like, yeah, Dad, like just go be with Aunt Robin.
Yeah, it's so weird. It's so weird. Yeah,
like no,
100%. Like, what the fuck? You don't know how much time has passed since like the mom has died and everything. You know, it's just like, well, this is a little sketch, man.
Yeah, it can't be. Well. No, she's probably been dead a while.
Yeah, I mean, the kids are, what, babies by the time everything starts to happen at the end of the ninth season? Yeah, the kids
can't be older than, like, fucking 5 years old when she dies.
Yeah, because they're, like, what, teenagers probably?
They're probably, like, 16.
Whenever he's talking 15, to them and shit, yeah.
It's all good, Dad. Go bang our aunt. That's not really our aunt.
Yeah, exactly.
Our aunt.
Super weird.
Yeah.
Like, whenever Aunt Robin comes over, you guys
Daddy-o.
have such a good time. Oh, my God. Just go for it. It's like, okay.
Do you think it would have been better if at the end when it gets to where it is?
Anything else would have fucking happened, it would have been a million times better.
So, like, he's still narrating the whole time. They turn around and it's Josh Radnor, but with Bob Saget's voice.
Yeah. No, the thing
for some reason, he's just now Bob Saget.
I would love it.
And then it's a Full House reboot.
Exactly.
Perfect. It leads into Fuller House. Yeah. The thing that I never understood is it's like you have all these great interactions before Ted actually meets Tracy in the present, right? Like you see all of like the flash forwards of like Robin and Lily. Lily and Tracy being friends, like Barney and like how they met everybody.
Meeting her before fucking
You
Ted.
see all of the future stuff too. Like you see the whole thing where like Penny, Ted's daughter, like watches the trilogy with them and shit like that, right? Mm-hmm. The show is called How I Met Your Mother.
End it when
Ted meets the fucking mother. Like when they have that last interaction in the subway station, it's all cute and shit like that. Cut the show right there.
Just don't kill her?
No, that's it. I mean, you can kill her if you want to. I don't give a shit, but just end it right there, dude.
just script at the end. And she died.
And then she died.
Yeah, because like that. I mean,
she caught Ebola.
That
would have been the time right when that show ended.
It's like the whole point of the show. The dad sitting down and being like, "Hey kids, like you guys are old enough so that I can tell you and you guys can understand about this big long story of how I met your fucking mother." Yeah. But now it's just, "Hey dad, go bang Aunt Robin after." Well,
yeah, it also
that's what the kid says. This whole story has been about how you just want to bang Aunt Robin.
Yeah, it's like it turns it into like something that's like, oh, that's sweet. He's sitting down to tell the story of their love. To like, whoa, Ted, that's fucking weird, bro. Like you spent all this
time. He spends 7.5 years talking about various chicks that he's banged with Barney.
Yeah, all these fucking dirty, crazy things that they did. It's just don't think about it too hard. That's all. Just watch it and turn your brain off. That's what you gotta do.
Yeah, no, that's how sitcoms should be.
For the most part,
for the
yeah.
most part, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, Friends ended when they're all freaking moving away, and they do like a fucking. I mean, when the live show like ended, they like bowed and shit like that. Give me some shit like shit like that. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
They're all starting their lives. They're all gonna fucking move away from the apartment and shit like that. Give me something like that.
Yeah,
I think that's also probably maybe like. Maybe not. I'm gonna retract my statement. I'll say it just for filler space, anyways. But I think that's also a little bit of like what makes like the good endings and the bad endings for shows is like nobody wants to see their characters suffer. No. But also nobody wants to see their characters not grow. Yeah. And so Ted just being like, I'm gonna bang Robin anyway. Blah. Like
it's the same he's been the whole time.
He didn't learn anything. He didn't learn any kind of message. Whereas like at the end of Friends,
no, he learned that he wanted to bang Robin.
Yeah.
He learned that he just really still wants to hit that.
He just wants Robin all this time, man. Yeah.
Right.
Also,
and now he's got his kids, so he doesn't need that. It's not in the way. There's nothing stopping him.
It's also just a big fuck you to like Barney and Robin, bro.
Yeah,
Barney and Robin are such a good couple.
Yeah.
And just to divorce them just so Ted can have her back is like,
they
fuck you.
They got in a fight and then they fucking got divorced.
Yeah,
and we just have to accept that. It's
Yeah,
like, what the fuck,
Yeah, it's
dude?
a big ol' fuck you.
They
man.
went through all this drama, like they broke up hella
2
times.
seasons.
They got together, and you figure out how perfect they are for each other, and then all of a sudden you're just gonna be like,
You have the
they got divorced.
You have the most epic play in the fucking playbook, the Robin, bro. Like all that shit's so
Robin,
intricate and stuff. Yeah, and then just for nothing. Absolutely not. But yeah, fucking sitcoms, man.
Sitcoms.
Top 3 sitcoms, real quick. Go.
I would say, I don't know. I haven't watched a lot of sitcoms, but I mean, I would. Ooh, for me, okay, I'm gonna go. 3 is gonna be Family Matters.
Okay.
2 is gonna be Full House, and then 1's gonna be How I Met Your Mother.
Dig.
That 70s show is number 1 for me. Probably close number 2 is probably Parks and Rec, and then 3rd is probably It's Always Sunny.
I would go Office number 3, How I Met Your Mother 2, and then That 70s Show is also my number 1. That was the one I grew up watching.
That's the one I watched the most repeated times. I'm like, I fucking love
I actually
this guy.
tripped the other day. It was hella funny because I was watching That 90s Show with Ev, and I was watching it downstairs on the couch, and I was literally telling her the story. I was like, dude, when I was a kid, like me, my mom, and my dad would just be like making dinner, and that shit would just be on the TV. Like that's what we would watch. And then my mom comes downstairs, and she's like, "Oh, is this the new one? You remember we used to watch that all the time when you were a kid?" And I was like, "See, I fucking told you." Yeah. That was my jam right there.
That
kid.
70s Show was the first show I ever like binged, like on Netflix. That show, I remember I binged it a whole summer. I was like, "This show is fucking great." I didn't understand. A lot of the time, I didn't understand what the fuck was going on when they were sitting in the circle, and I was like, "What are they? They're just chilling, dude."
Getting big.
Yeah,
a lot. I discovered myself a lot through that show.
Well, I think also too, me and this guy for sure like have a very heavy love and fondness for like 60s and 70s psychedelic stuff. Like I think that's where like a lot of our like early stoner days came from, and just like it's what a lot of our family like was really about too, because they actually grew up during that time and everything. And that's just like the perfect show for that shit, dude.
Really is.
I grew up. The reason why like Full House and Family Matters are in my top 3 is just I grew up like watching those, like going over to my grandparents' house. I would always watch freaking Full House and Family Matters, and they were just fucking. Those are top tier for me, honestly. Like, I think without those shows, we don't get the shows like the That 70 shows and the freaking How I Met Your Mothers and the Friends and all that stuff. You know,
yeah.
Like those, like to me, like shows like that are like, at least for me, like when I grew up, are like the pillars for like sitcoms.
Yeah, sitcoms have been like
forever.
Forever, yeah.
Leave It to Beaver, bro.
The Wonder Years,
yeah.
like
The Wonder Years is fucking great. The Wonder Years is fantastic.
You know what else is really good that I never finished, but I watched maybe 2 or 3 seasons?
Doogie
Cheers. No, I never seen that. Cheers is fucking dope, bro. Cheers is sick as shit. I love that one. That one reminds me a lot of, or not a lot, but gives me vibes off of like fucking any bar scene that you see from How I Met Your Mother, like fucking New Girl or anything like that, dude. Like it's just all the bar.
New Girl's another one of those shows that's actually pretty good.
I love New Girl.
I haven't watched all of it, so
I haven't seen the last season of New Girl all the way through. I know everything that happens, but I always fall asleep and then wake up like when it's over, and I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna go back and watch it.
What's your guys' guilty pleasure TV show?
Guilty pleasure.
I know.
What do you like?
One you would be like one you'd be embarrassed to talk about, sort of, or
yeah.
Okay, I'll be straight up here. There was a pretty large period of time where I very shamelessly like was like, oh, what's happening, blah, 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 with my sister, with fucking Teen Wolf, bro. The MTV Teen Wolf. I was down with that shit for a while. I watched like 3 or 4 seasons of that shit with Meaty, dude, and I was like in that shit hard.
I'm trying to think about like what's like the most like kind of odd show.
Here, so like for me, it's fucking One Tree Hill, bro.
One Tree Hill. I've never seen that. I've heard of that before though. Yeah,
dude. Okay, so like when I was in high school, there was this girl that I liked, and freaking she watched that show, and I was like, fuck, all right, I gotta be on some One Tree Hill shit. Dude.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, let me try to watch this. It might not be, because it is a very like early 2000s kind of like cheesy, dramatic, like high school type fucking show, but. Dude, that shit's fucking a banger, bro. That shit's so good.
Montreal fucking
that shit's so good. It's freaking Chad Michael Murray, bro.
Who's that?
Freaking what's Cinderella story guy? Blonde hair. Freaking
Cinderella.
I don't remember that one. Is that one the Selena Gomez one? The Cinderella story?
I'm pretty sure. It might not be the Cinderella story. Actually, I'm not gonna freaking.
Not gonna movie reference it. Chad Michael Berry. What a name though.
Chad Michael Murray.
Oh, Michael Murray.
Murray.
Chad Michael Murray.
Yeah.
Oh, I know his face.
This guy.
I don't know who that guy is at all.
What did he do?
What did
this guy do?
There's
a lot of people like, he did this, he did that.
Okay, yeah. Cinderella. Oh, it was Lizzie McGuire.
Freaky Friday.
Yeah. He's in Gilmore Girls.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in Freaky Friday, he's like the dude that has the fucking the motorcycle. Remember when they switch bodies and that one younger dude's just like all down for like the mom?
Oh yeah. That's him. Yeah. But look at what's at the top of that list.
One Tree Hill, bro.
Yeah, that ran for a long time. That had 9 seasons. Look at that.
Fire, bro.
2003 to 2012.
Fire.
Crazy.
It was probably
stupid fire.
Yeah.
Guys I'm telling you, guys check out. It's a little dramatic, but check it out. I think it's fucking great, dude. I think it's fucking great. My little sister loves that shit. She can fucking vouch for it, bro.
One Tree Hill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's see. When I was a kid, I used to very shame wait, hold on, my wording. I'm already high. I just woke up like an hour ago from a nap from like being up all night, like so like me smoking weed right now is like the only thing that I have like consumed at all in like the last like 16 hours maybe. Anyways, very shamelessly. Yeah, very shamelessly. I used to watch Wizards of Waverly Place.
Oh, I love that shit's great. Top tier.
Love that Selena
shit.
Gomez.
Love
like
it.
As a child, I was like, "Yo!"
That's where I first had a crush on her.
1000%.
Like I was like, "Wait, hold up."
Wait, hold up.
You know, girls be doing that.
you know what? Like episode
What's
I like,
that, bro?
Very.
What's that? A hat, crazy, funky, junky hat.
Hair slightly, trying to look like Keira Knightley. We've been there, we've done that. We see right through your funky hat.
Come on now, bro. Come on now,
dude. One episode that I hella remembered that like I look back on like. Damn, Disney Channel, you were a little crazy for that one. There's this episode where like Alex is trying to like study for like a Spanish quiz or something like that.
Yes.
And like the whole joke, the whole gag of the show is that like Alex's like remedy for trying to find any word for Spanish is just add Ito to it. It's just like Lampito. Like it's like over and over, just anything. I was like, holy shit, y'all are crazy for that one.
Yeah.
God damn.
Pretty racist. But,
Make the Mexican girls speak terrible Mexican.
Yeah, dude. I was like, holy shit, dude.
Was Wizards? No, that's Wizards was Disney Channel.
Wizards was Disney,
okay,
yeah.
So it wasn't Nickelodeon.
The one that I got down with hella that like of old school like Nick, the big 3 in my head, which is Nickelodeon, Disney Channel, and then Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
I believe it was on Nickelodeon. I fucked with Zoe 101 real hard, bro. Yeah. I loved Zoe 101.
Do you remember that? Do you remember when they did like when they did sort of like the reality TV show within the show, and they had like the special like cell phones and shit like that like flipped up?
Yeah.
Dude, I wanted one of those cell phones so fucking bad, dude. That shit looked so dope.
That's like the precursor technology to the pair phones and all the rest of the Nickelodeon shows.
Yeah. You know what else was a good one? Moving away from like the daytime children's TV one that I don't think breaks my top 3, but is at least on my top 10. And you actually showed me this one. Fucking Community, bro. Community's sick. Yeah. I
still need to watch that, but I've heard a lot of good things about that. A lot of my friends love Community, so I need to watch that shit.
That's a good one.
Community is probably one of the, maybe not one of the only, because I don't know the history of shit like that really much, but one of the only sitcoms that I know that has like it's like so popular that like it came back that they looked into it so much that they actually had to remove an episode.
Oh yeah.
From the thing, like from the At least Netflix and
Yeah,
everybody else.
Netflix doesn't have
it's
it,
still
yeah.
available on like Amazon. Like Amazon don't give a fuck, I guess.
Yeah.
But they
Bezos
removed
doesn't
it
fucking
because
care,
of
dude.
PC. It's the one that's the Dungeons and Dragons
Yep.
episode, which I'm sorry, it's the best episode of Community.
It is very
it's
good.
the funniest
It
fucking
is very
episode
good.
of Community.
But
like,
it does have a hardcore joke in it.
Well, no, it's got Ken Jeong in blackface
The whole time.
He's a drow. He's playing a drow.
Yeah.
A magic user, baby.
Yeah,
the way
yeah.
he says it. But
yeah,
he's
straight
in
up.
like dark, like.
Because they took the show
Makeup.
off
Wow.
of Netflix for a long time. And then when they brought it back, it was very specific. I think there's even like a little placeholder in place of that episode or whatever, where it's like this episode has been removed due to like this, that, or whatever, and
Yeah.
everything. Yeah.
So people are gonna stop streaming Tropic Thunder then?
No, did you see? Have you seen the
People,
Yeah.
like, they came out. They're like, it's cool. It's Robert Downey Jr. Like,
And beyond that too, fucking Ben Stiller doubled down on shit, bro. They've been
Yeah.
asking him, and he's like, "No, I make no apologies. It's like
Yeah.
the movie was funny. What do you want from me?"
Well, he was like, he's like the movie was like controversial like from the
When
start.
it happened,
So
yeah.
that
he's like, so
was
it's,
like the
there's,
purpose
you know,
of it too, though. Like it was one of those movies to like.
Well, it's
It
like
was the point. It's like trying
I'm
to
a dude
cancel
played a
Eminem.
dude
Like, it's just not gonna
disguised
happen.
as another
Like,
dude.
How do you cancel someone whose whole point? The whole point of it was to be offensive.
yeah.
I guess Tropic Thunder was kind of meant to be offensive in certain aspects of the movie.
It's
So,
also like it's hard to obviously this is not like a perfect argument for any piece of art, movie, show, whatever it is that like takes that route, but it's also very, very satirical. Like they're obviously very aware of all of the jokes that they're making. It's not like Ben Stiller was trying to have Robert Downey Jr. like do this big Oscar-winning thing. Like they go so far as to make a joke of the fact that he's like an Oscar-winning douchebag
Yeah.
who like does all this shit or whatever.
Yeah. The whole character of
Yeah.
like being the
I forgot his name. It's
extreme-
like Lazarus something, right? Or Laszlo something or whatnot.
Yeah,
Fuck.
the extreme method actor, Jared Leto, fucking mailing people like weird
yeah.
shit in the mail. Like it's
Yeah.
just like the equivalent of that. Also, there's also that and it's probably I mean, the question they asked Robert Downey Jr. was probably because of the Tropic Thunder thing, but they asked him that same question, and his thing was like, "I'm from the belief that nothing's above satire." So like, I get it. Like that's
It also obviously
it's
came
just-
out during a different time. You know?
Yeah.
It was.
Oh my
I don't know
god,
if you
there's
could make that.
Yeah.
I don't think you could make that movie.
there's
Too.
Oh,
a
100% no.
there's a new stand up for Mark Maron. They came out like not a couple weeks ago.
Is that HBO?
Yeah, it's
I
on
think I saw
HBO,
that
and he's
thumbnail
got a
for it.
joke like that. He's all, there's this guy. He was talking about like his mom dating.
Uh-huh.
He's like, he's like, because his dad's dead. He's like, my mom dates, and he's all, but you know what? Things don't fucking change. He's like, the guy's like 80, and he's like the nicest guy ever. But when he's talking, I'm just kind of like, don't fucking talk to me. Like, shut
Yeah.
the fuck up. What are you talking about, Todd, or whatever
Yeah.
the fuck his name is?
Yeah.
And he's like, he's this weird guy. He goes on. I might be mixing up two different jokes, but the same joke is that he's like, so there's this guy. And when he talks, he'll start telling like nonsensical stories that have nothing to do with anything. He'll be talking. He'll be like, yeah, I was. Oh wow, fuck! I'm blanking on like what he was talking about, but he basically at the end of it, what was it? He was like, oh, so I woke up, or I can't remember what it was at all. I'm dropping the ball hard.
Go watch Mark Maron.
go watch Mark Maron stand up, but
Yeah.
that's basically at the end. Like he'll tell something that has nothing to do with anything. Like I woke up that day, made a fucking peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Different time.
Different.
Like,
It's a different.
He's
time.
just that guy.
Yeah.
And, I feel like when you talk about things like Tropic Thunder, like it's unfortunate that like we were all like cool and like happy with the kind of like what they were doing,
Hardcore
like,
shit,
like
yeah,
hardcore shit
yeah,
like that. That
yeah.
probably shouldn't be done, but like it does. Tropic Thunder is one of those movies that kind of falls into the category of like
Yeah.
different time.
It's also weird too. It begs the question of like, I mean, not to get too political on the podcast here, but it's like, how far back do you go? You know, because you like somebody like Ben Stiller hasn't really done anything too crazy offensive, with maybe in some people's mind the exception of that movie, right? So like, do you dive back into the history and
Ben
try
Stiller
to like?
also wears blackface in Zoolander.
That's true. But it's like, it's like. It's like, do you burn the history, or do you know that it happened, and do you learn from it, and do you move on?
Ben
you know?
Stiller's a nice guy, I have to believe. It's
Yeah, well,
it's
Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Mr. Stiller.
Mr. Stiller.
I didn't watch anything past.
Oh, by
probably
the way,
like
sorry.
Meet the Fockers.
My
honestly.
real answer to the guilty pleasure thing, if I had to choose one, though, really, I actually watched every week the new iCarly show when it came out.
Oh,
on
I
Paramount
haven't seen
Plus.
that yet.
Oh, the
I
new
was
iCarly
like,
show?
I'm
Okay.
on that shit, and I watched it every week.
I was hella
week
down with
that
the
it- that it
original
came out.
iCarly for sure, but I did not watch any of the new stuff.
New like reboots. I'm pretty wary of. That's why I still haven't watched that '90s show. Like I've seen some
that
clips
shit's
of it,
good, bro.
Seen some clips
It's
of it.
one- I think you'll be okay with it. I think you'll be
But it's
entertained.
It's, it's just like show when you. like stuff like that. Like that '70s show is such an iconic show, especially when we're talking about sitcoms, right? We're talking about our top sitcoms, and I think that's such an iconic show for like a period of time that, you know, a story it's trying to tell, you know, and the things that they're doing in that show, and like it's fucking great. You know, you have fucking Ashton Kutcher, you have Wilmer Valderrama, you have fucking Mila Kunis, you have, you know, all these freaking Laura Prepon, you know, Topher Grace, you know, all these great actors that, you know, started out from the
that 90s show.
I wasn't even gonna I was gonna mention him, but you know, okay, you know,
talk about him.
yeah. But
Unfortunately.
like I don't know, like such a great show.
We can
Like
talk about Hyde, though.
it ran up,
Possibly my favorite character in that '70s show. I would if there's ever like an instance for me to like separate an actor from a character just for the is Hyde, because I fucking love
Hyde was dope. He's part of the ensemble.
Stephen Hyde's my favorite fucking character in that show. Like with the exception of like probably Fez. Like that's my dude. So sorry, but also no.
Yeah,
no
I was
Danny
gonna say
Masterson.
Fez or like Kelso are probably like my favorite characters.
Kelso's
like,
dope,
for
yeah.
Sure. Kelso's just like, dude,
It's Kelso. He's classic.
He's classic Kelso.
He's a classic
man.
dumb hot boy, dude. He's hilarious, dude.
Damn, Jackie, I can't control the weather.
Damn, Jackie.
I'm going to the prom too, Michael. With who? It doesn't matter, but he's better than you in every conceivable way.
Yeah.
Well, damn, Jackie, that could be anybody. No, actually, to bring it back to the sitcom thing, like I think that's an issue. Like why, like maybe we don't have a whole lot of like new good sitcoms is that nobody goes for the fucking 7-season 26 episode. Like you have so much time. I have to imagine that as an actor on a sitcom like with that many episodes, you have so much time to like build genuine like perfect chemistry, and that's the result. Like those shows that go on for 7 seasons, all that kind of stuff, is the result of just good chemistry.
Yeah.
And when you fucking do a show like that 90s show, like I love that 90s show, but 10 episodes compared to fucking 27 like that 70s show used to do, like that's ridiculous. Like,
well, you know what it is too, is it's like it's just I would like attribute that more to the industry more than anything, right? Which is like us as viewers, whether that's us three sitting on this couch or just people in general, attention spans have gotten so much smaller where it's like something like a 26 episode series that's like 20 to 30 minutes long each time or whatever, like people are probably not going to sit their asses on the couch every week and watch a weekly thing of that. So it does kind of get, unfortunately, shrunk down into like, no, we're going to drop 10 episodes right now, but we're going to guarantee you that you're going to get 10 more, because that season ends and immediately after they're like, don't worry, more episodes are coming. So like it's just streaming, man. Binging has gotten so big.
It is streaming, but with that 90s show, like I feel like the whole 10 episode arc kind of screwed them, because did you finish that 90s show? So she's only going to be there in Point Place during the summer times. She won't be there like all year round.
Well, no, the show ends and she's gonna move there. She's gonna live there now.
No, she goes back home.
But she's coming back to go to school there, right? Remember?
No, she's coming back in the summertime.
Oh, okay. I thought the show ended.
And I'm pretty sure Netflix posted a thing saying that like that
she'll be back.
She'll come back every summer.
Okay.
See, like
but
that,
then like
that,
you only got 4 years of high school.
But you know,
but to me, like that also like limits like.
That's what I'm saying.
But limits the show because you know
you're like cap on things.
Yeah, but let's also not try to pretend that 70s show was super strict with their timelines.
No, that's true.
Like,
it was 1976 for 2 seasons, and it was 1978 for like 3 seasons.
Yeah, you know, so it's like they could stretch it out.
But it's like it's different when you can throw in some hijinks where it's like snow related stuff. You know, like remember that episode where they went and they stole the tree from like the side of the fucking road.
Yeah.
You know, like that's something that you can't like. You know, you're not gonna be able to do.
Exactly,
you know?
you miss out on.
How you gonna do a Christmas episode?
The holiday
you know?
episodes.
Like,
that 70s show had a lot of good holiday episodes.
That's what's different
the
too.
Halloween
like,
episode where they fucking go into their old burnt down school.
Yeah.
Like, dude, that like all those episodes are great.
That's what's different too. Like, we don't have sitcoms that run long enough, so you don't have those seasons that have like each
holiday ones.
Each holiday episode.
Yeah,
like you know, like think about it. Like you're getting and like you're doing like the small, like or not small, but like you know, what's like the bigger two are going to be Christmas and like Halloween in terms of like a special, right?
Yeah.
But then you'll get like a Thanksgiving in there.
Yeah,
you know, you'll get some other ones.
Yeah, that 70s show had a lot of good Thanksgiving.
You'll get 4th of July. You know, something like that.
4th of July. Also, that 70s show, because it's so American. all the holidays actually have a lot of emphasis on all of them. You know, especially being in the 70s where every holiday was like Bannister's down the road, like in the small
the whole town did their shit up.
It's fucking like San Juan when we were kids.
Yeah, exactly.
There was a theme for everything.
And like little things too, like we have a garage sale, and then Hyde made the freaking the special
pot brownies,
the pot brownies,
yeah,
you know, and they got passed out at the garage
have
sale.
you now or at any point had any kind of what is it, any contact, or what is it, any association with the Point Place Police Department?
Yeah.
No? Here's your brownie.
Yeah.
You got about 20 minutes to get someplace safe.
Yeah, it's good shit, dude. I will say, for me personally, whoever is in charge of writing all these reboots has figured something out, because not only did I enjoy that 90s show, I think that while it is different and obviously has different tropes to pull from, literally just because it's set in a different decade, I think it retains the spirit of that 70s show very well. And on top of that, another show, while the first season was so for me, I have been really enjoying season 2 of How I Met Your Father so far. I think they've also found their stride in figuring out how to keep the
I haven't watched it.
the
It's
spirit.
one of those shows that like I saw it and I was like,
season
Same
one's
here.
whatever.
Yeah, same here.
Season one's
Same
whatever.
here.
But I will vouch for season 2. They've done a good job.
I definitely see that it's sticking around. You know, Hulu is like advertising it a lot. Like, that's where you get this show at, is on Hulu.
Well, what it is
it's
like
a good show, I guess.
in the same way that when you look at that 90s show, you see all these characters and you're like, oh, that's the Kelso of this one. Oh, that's the Eric of this one. Oh, that's the that one of this one. Same thing with How I Met Your Father. It's like, oh, there's Ted and Marshall right there. There's Barney. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they have the characters there. It's almost like they just like took what made each of the individual cast members great and just like put them in a different time, you know? Plus, cameos help. Both How I Met Your Father and that 90s shows have leaned pretty heavily on being like, oh, she fucking ran into Robin at the bar. Or like, obviously, it's fucking Eric's child. You know what I mean? And shit like that. Yeah. Barney's in this new season, like of season 2 of How I Met Your Father and shit. Yeah. So, you know, obviously there's the nostalgia factor as well. It's safe. But shit, man, it's hard in general to make comedy work nowadays because of how many limitations are placed on that specific genre. Because even something like that 70s show, we talked about it with How I Met Your Mother, right? Like, has things that are outdated. Like, has things that wouldn't get made nowadays that are, like, big episodes for those shows.
Is that the witch from fucking Snow White on top of up there on the...
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know. I just caught my eye. You look sick in the lighting too. It's like right on the apple and then on her fucking nose. That was crazy. That caught me. But I hear what you're saying. Yeah, like
it's hard.
That 90s show. I know Kurtwood Smith and Deborah Jo have a lot of input.
Oh, they make that show for sure.
And they're definitely every single, even with the new kids. Like, the new kids are good and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But all of my favorite scenes at least have
them in
Kitty.
it. Mm-hmm.
If not, you know, it's the ones where it's got the characters.
Yeah, well, they're the glue, man. They hold it together.
They really do. Those kids are good. Those kids will probably
find their stride.
Yeah, exactly. I think they will too.
Mm-hmm.
But
the other thing too that's different now is it's like, again, just based off of how the industry works, is you used to have a pilot and then a short season to see how shit did. You know, like the first season of that 70s show is not like a full 26 episodes, I don't think. Or at least
It's like 14 episodes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Versus now, you have to like write, produce, act, and cast the entire thing and make sure that all works as one go. Because people aren't going to buy a pilot, you know? They're going to buy like a whole series and everything.
Yeah.
It's just different. The industry's tough now.
They're just interested more in the long run of everything. Back to the writing, though, too. Like, Netflix did a really good job at keeping the writing feeling familiar in the sense that, like, you get the same vibe, because maybe not the first 2 seasons, but I know that, like, the rest of all of that 70s show, which, you know, with the exception of, like, maybe the last 2 seasons, if you're...
Fucking Randy.
Yeah, well, the last season... He's only in it for, like, 8 episodes, really. But Will Forte actually did all the most of the writing for that 70s show, and so, like, to, like, be on par with his you know, his speed and, you know, style of writing is... That's pretty impressive. You know, Will Forte is good at what he does. He's a funny fucking dude.
You remember that short span in that 70s show when Seth Green was...
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He does show up for a few episodes.
Yeah, he was incredibly racist towards Fez all the time.
He's awful, yeah. Holy shit. See, right there again, you know?
He was annoying, too. He tried
to steal Donna, right?
Yeah. He told everybody that was his fiance.
Yeah. Crazy little bastard.
And then Eric was going to beat him up, and he was like, don't beat me up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
Fucking little shit.
Yeah.
You know what's another sitcom that we didn't mention but is also great is Boy Meets World.
Oh,
I've never watched it.
Dude,
Oh, wait, I've never seen that either. I was thinking of a different show.
great.
I've never seen that either,
That
yeah.
one's great, dude. You got, come on, Topanga, like classic.
I,
bro.
I know that name. Yeah.
Classic.
The
bro,
cast
yeah.
for that is it's
That's the freeze frame one, right? Where like he like stops time and like talks to the camera or does shit all of a sudden really quick.
I don't.
Or am I thinking of a different
I
90s
don't-
TV show?
I don't think he does that.
Okay. I'm thinking of Saved by the Bell. I think it's in Saved by the Bell.
Oh, yeah, Saved by the Bell,
Where he can
yeah.
like stop time.
Dude,
and just,
that's another good. That's
I've never
another
seen
really
that one
good.
either.
Oh, that one's
Yeah,
great too.
yeah.
You need to look that. That's freaking what's some boys? Oh gosh, that so he freaking like
the reporter guy, right?
he hosts for Dancing with the Stars. What's his freaking
Yeah, I can't remember his name, but I know who you're talking about. The reporter dude, right? He's
Mario
like
Lopez?
Yeah, Mario
Yes,
Lopez.
Mario
Yeah,
Lopez.
there you
God damn
go.
it,
Thank you.
Mario
Jesus
Lopez.
fuck,
God damn it, yeah.
Can you scoot out real quick?
I saw him in a commercial the other day, and I was like,
Oh, that means he's not doing good.
it's just like
No, what do you mean?
I was just saying that, dude. It's like seeing Slash in the credit union commercials.
Dude, if you see any, I don't know how well I'm picking up here, but I swear, if you see any star that used to be in movies or TV shows and you only see them in commercials now, they're probably not doing too hot. They need something to keep the bills
Dude,
afloat,
John
you know?
Stamos.
Dancing with the Stars is still going, bro. Like he's still got that. He's still got that bag.
No, but Mario Lopez is one of those things. Like he's still around in the sense that like, oh fuck, why can't I remember his name right now? Sexiest man alive, fucking
Pitbull. No.
Mr. Worldwide 305. No. Actually, yes. No. The dude, he did American Idol forever. Fucking
Ryan Seacrest.
Ryan Seacrest. Super
Yeah.
sexy Ryan Seacrest.
Hey, that was a point in time, dude.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what Mario Lopez is to me. Entertainment Tonight, or whatever that either that show that he's on, Access Hollywood, whatever one it is.
See, the thing I have with like sequel shows and stuff like that is
It's too
like,
much.
not that
Everything's
it's
being rebooted, man.
everything's, but it just feels like, you know, like you're just trying to bank on like the nostalgia, and it's
Yeah.
just like you just can't touch an original show. Like that's why I haven't watched.
Yeah.
Like that's how I haven't watched How I Met Your Father. Is just How I Met Your Mother to me
Yeah.
is just such an original show. Not that I have anything against like How I Met Your Father. Just like to me, it's like okay,
Yeah.
it's just trying to be How I Met Your
Did you ever
Mother all
see
over
the
again.
13 episodes of fucking That 80s show that came out a couple years after
Heck
that 70s
no,
show?
dude.
With fucking
Heck
Glenn Howerton,
no.
fucking
Heck
Dennis
no.
Reynolds from fucking It's Always Sunny plays the Eric Foreman-ish character. Can't remember what his name is. It didn't do well. It ran for the 13 season or the 13 episodes, and then it was.
Yeah, I think I watched like a little video on YouTube about like that 80 show like sequel or whatever, and
Yeah.
it was just like why sequel shows either do good or don't do good, and it was just because this one just fucking sucked butt.
I think the reason that look, I'm not gonna say that 90s show is anywhere near as impressive or as like great as that 70s show. However,
Agreed.
Agreed.
I think the reason that 90s show has found so much success and will continue to find more success is that they just have the way that it's written. It's like you have new characters, but
They're basically the old characters.
and the new characters will still be around because it's the exact same family line, just like
Yep.
14 years or
Yeah, Donna-
14
I mean,
years down the road. Because
yeah.
if you do the math, like Donna and Eric had to have gotten pregnant relatively soon
Right
after the
after,
show
yeah,
ended.
yeah.
Yeah,
for
I think
her to have-
I think I saw a video of someone trying to like figure it out, and it was actually like because she says she's like what like 15.
She's 15,
15 or
and
something
it's
like that.
1993, 1992.
And the show ends
And
in
the
like
show
what,
ends in
The
1970s?
show
80s,
ends.
on
The
the
show
80s.
Like, yeah.
ends at 1980. So someone said
It's
they had to have been
gotta be-
pregnant like
yeah.
within the last season.
Yeah,
I've
it's gotta
seen
be
within
the middle of
95,
the last
actually.
Yeah, I saw. I would.
Oh, what
Which doesn't even make sense
No.
because
What a
he was
dumbass, Eric. He
Yeah.
got Donna pregnant like a couple
Right
months
after,
after
yeah.
coming back from Africa.
Yeah, I would hate if this ended up being true, but I did see theories floating around that Eric is just a good guy who decided to actually raise Randy's child.
Oh, dude.
Heck no, I don't want that shit
I'd be
to be
pissed.
true.
I don't want it to be true. But again,
Randy sucks.
Again.
bro.
Nah,
Randy
Leia
sucks.
Foreman is way too much like her
like Eric,
dad.
yeah. But again, too, we can't act like that
No,
70s
Randy
show
sucks.
is
Randy
really.
sucks.
Be pissed if Josh
No, all I'm
Myers
saying-
is the father.
All I'm saying is we can't act like that 70s show is very strict about their
Randy
timelines.
sucks.
You know what I mean?
Randy sucks.
Randy sucks. Yeah. They don't give a shit, you know? Like, again, like Dig said, all of that shit takes place over like 4 or 5 years, but they age like 10 fucking years, you know? Like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
It's,
that 70s show is 8 seasons?
I think it's 8. It might be 7.
I think it's 8 or 9.
Yeah.
It's either 8 or 9, but it's 1976 when the show starts. So
Yeah, because like one of the first episodes,
the first
I remember
episode is 1976.
Yeah, it's either 76 or 77 because I remember one of the
8
first
seasons.
episodes is
8 seasons. Yeah.
Eric taking Red to go watch Star Wars. And that
Yep.
comes out 1977.
77.
Yeah.
One of my favorite episodes actually is when they go to the football game and Eric gets in the fight and then Red's like, where'd you learn that from? And Eric goes,
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Yeah. And just walks inside and Red's just like, fuck, I'm disappointed
damn
in
it,
this
yeah.
kid.
Eric's in a fight. No one's gonna believe me.
Yeah.
But Eric just says it so confidently. He's just
Spider-Man.
like, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Fuck yeah, dude. Eric Foreman's great.
He really is.
He's the GOAT, bro.
He is.
Luke
Definitely.
Skywalker and Peter Parker.
Yeah, man. 100%, dude.
He was Venom.
He was
He
Venom.
learned everything he
He
knows from
fucking
Spider-Man.
won Venom, dude. Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh no.
Good shit.
All right, let's get into the freaking
Some
crazy
movies?
ass movies that we watched this
Oh
Some
my
week.
God.
serial killers?
Psychological thrillers.
Yeah,
to the
man.
max.
To the max,
Hardcore
bro.
shit, dude. Yeah.
Guys, this week we took a dive in. We fucked with our minds this week, and
Yeah.
we said we're just gonna be scarred for life. All right, and we watched The Silence of the Lambs
The Seven of the Lambs.
and Seven, guys. And
The
these
Life
are
of the-
two-
The seven of the,
the
lambs.
seven.
The Silence of the Seven.
The seven silencing of the little lemmies.
Exactly. The silencing of the 7 lambs.
The seven silences of the little lambs.
Exactly, bro.
God
Exactly.
damn it. But yeah, what movie do you guys want to start with?
I liked Silence of the Lambs more.
I
that-
have already seen. I've seen that movie 1,000 times, so I'm down to talk about that one first
Yeah.
because Seven I had never seen before, and so that one really was like, oh, finally.
Did you?
watching
You've
this
seen
movie.
both of these already, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. This is the 1st viewing for me
yeah.
on both of them. So yeah.
This is a special episode, Diggs. We have like some running episodes that we got. Shit Daniel has not watched.
Oh,
Because
cool.
there's a
Yeah, 'cause
lot of
there's
shit.
plenty.
I love
There's
that. I
plenty.
love. I've been playing that game since I was a kid.
Yeah. 100%.
So yeah, this is I think this is our second episode of shit Daniel hasn't watched, and it's funny because it really just turns into, all right, let's do these movies, and I'll be like, have you ever watched these before? And he's
Nope.
like, no, and I'm like, fuck, this is a shit
That's
Daniel
what we
hasn't
gotta
watched.
do.
Yeah.
That's what we gotta do.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is a shit Daniel hasn't watched special episode, guys. So
Yeah, I fucked with-
special episode, special episode, special episode.
Party people.
Special episode. Yeah, I fucked with Silence of the Lambs hard, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I was thrown off a little bit because every single clip from that movie, every single iconic line, everything you get is obviously Hannibal Lecter. Mm-hmm. He's not even really the bad guy of the movie.
He's the hero.
Kinda like he's like
Sir
the weird
Anthony Hopkins,
anti-hero.
bro.
Yeah, like Buffalo Bill's the bad guy, right?
Yeah.
Like Hannibal Lecter's just like this fucking creepy ass motherfucking genius. I never knew he was an ex-psychologist, right? Or a therapist or
He's a
whatever the fuck
fucking
it
genius?
is. Yeah, absolutely genius. He's basically like, what if Sherlock Holmes was evil? He like,
What if Sherlock Holmes liked to eat people?
yeah, 100%, yeah. Looks at you and can fucking tell your entire life story in like 2 seconds, just like that type of shit or whatever. But just like horribly, terrifyingly played by, yeah, Sir Anthony Hopkins. Fucking amazing, dude. He did such a good job.
Dude, yeah, this movie is one of the only 3 movies to ever win the Big 5 at the Oscars, and that is Best Picture, Best Director, Best Screenplay, Best Actor, and Best Actress.
Crazy.
Who won? Anthony Hopkins and Jodie Foster. right?
Yeah.
Yep, 1000%.
She's good as fucking that too, man.
She is really good, dude.
You know, it's actually funny, which I noticed this when I was watching Seven. They actually mentioned Jodie Foster.
Yeah, I heard- yeah,
in
yeah.
Seven.
Yeah, when they're
Yeah.
talking about that dude, that guy who killed all those people.
Yeah.
Because he's like, oh, Jodie Foster wants me to. So
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, because God wanted you to, or because your aunt someone wanted you, because
then
goddamn
he-
Jodie Foster wanted you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he what is he references? He references like 3 different famous killings or whatever. He does. I think he also does Son of Sam. Because my dog told me to do it.
Yeah.
that's-
But yeah, Silence of the Lambs. Fuck, dude, I'm so glad you finally got to watch this movie because
Yeah, me too.
This one's fucking just absolutely nuts from beginning to end, and like, again, like when you watch it, very understandable why it's considered one of the best movies of all time. Like, definitely sets the standard for the genre of like what it means to be a psychological thriller. Because once you get into it in this movie, like you never get out of it, even like till the very end. Like even like the like I guess you could say like quote unquote like cliffhanger you get like at the end, you know, is like crazy.
Good shit.
You know?
Good shit. That's one of those movies that's like, it's like, who is it? It's like fucking Paul Rudd or something like that. It says like their favorite fucking movie is fucking Clockwork Orange or some shit like that.
Oh, that
like,
one's
it's one of those movies that like
hardcore.
You relatively shouldn't be able to watch multiple times and enjoy it sometimes. But I will watch this movie anytime and fully be locked in and just fully enjoying myself.
I think just like because a lot of it is like the psychological part, right? Like something about like us as people, we just, or I think just Americans at this point, we just love, sure. we love serial killers, bro. Like, love serial killers.
It's weird.
We're just, just a little bit too much. But I mean, the psychology behind them is, I guess, you know, it's fascinating. Like these people don't like really feel anything when they're doing these acts and stuff like that. So it's like, what? Like, why does
that happen?
How does this person? How does Hannibal Lecter not have a pulse above 80 when he's fucking biting someone's fucking nose off, you know? Like that shit's fucking...
He ate his tongue.
Yeah.
He ate that dude's tongue out and his heart rate never came above 80.
Yeah. Scary shit, dude. You even see it too. They have like the shot of him when he escapes, right? And like when he's bashing in that poor fucking security guard with the baton.
I fucking love that scene.
Just nothing,
dude.
bro.
No emotion.
Absolutely nothing.
It's almost like his head is like it's almost like they have like, you know, like in like the Beats commercials and shit like that, they have like the focus point where like someone will be running, but it's focused on their head, so like, it looks like everything else. Yeah, that's exactly what that scene looks like. But obviously they didn't do that because it was not fucking that kind of technology wasn't around.
No, but
and so he's just so god,
dude. That's one thing in general too, because it doesn't just happen with Hannibal. It happens with a lot of characters in the movie that I really like, which is like they do this really uncomfortable close up where they just put the character either in the position of making somebody feel uncomfortable or feeling uncomfortable in some sense or another, and you're just like right there, dude. You just see every little thing in their face, whether it's like poor Jodie Foster like trying to withstand the fucking like barrage of just like fucking like manipulation that is Hannibal, or like fucking even there's certain shots of fucking Buffalo Bill, like fucking when there's the whole iconic fucking "Would you fuck me?" Right? Like that whole shit.
Would you fuck me?
Like
I'd fuck me.
Yeah, dude.
I'd fuck me so hard.
Yeah. All those close-ups are just like so uncomfortable. They just make your fucking skin crawl, dude. Like it. I appreciate
it puts
that.
The lotion on the skin.
Yeah. Fucking put the lotion in the basket. Like, I appreciate that.
Put the lotion in the fucking basket.
Yeah. I appreciate that beyond the writing, beyond the performances, like even the camera work is like all contributing to this movie. You know what I mean? Like every single little piece of it.
The movie's definitely banking on the fact that you're going to be uncomfortable.
Yeah, 100%. That's what it's all about.
If you're not uncomfortable, then there's something wrong.
Then you're probably a
psycho. Then you're probably a serial killer.
Yeah.
Just a little side. Did you know that Buffalo Bill's the inspiration for the voice that Seth Green did for Chris?
Really?
Family Guy.
Oh shit, that's hella crazy.
Would you fuck me?
That's
kind of how like Chris talks in some of the episodes.
He's just got like the higher pitched voice. Yeah.
No, it places the lotion in the basket.
Yeah. Oh, that was so weird. Yeah.
Put the lotion in the fucking basket.
Yeah. Doesn't address her as like a real human. Just kind of.
Well, that's that whole crazy thing that like Anthony Hopkins go. Like again, maybe not the best person to talk about this as just like a straight dude, but like he talks about like when he's talking about like what's going on with Buffalo Bill is like he's a fake transsexual. He's got all these like crazy abusive things that happen to him that makes him feel uncomfortable in his skin. So he believes that he wants to be the opposite gender, but it's really just that he's just not comfortable being himself.
Yeah.
And so it's why he does all this kind of like gross, like malicious
for fuck's sake,
skin.
Yeah.
That and like, you know, the reason he says it puts the lotion in the basket, right, is because when he refers to her as just like it's referring to her as just an object.
Just
so
meat packet.
Yeah, he doesn't have to look at her as a person, right?
That's why
then when he's looking down at her and she's like crying, he starts to like understand. He like starts to feel a little bit, you know, starts to feel a little bit, you know, like
he doesn't like the feeling of, you know, that he's doing that to another person.
Yeah, you have that scene too when because it's like a senator's daughter or something that gets abducted, and like there's the commercial that she has, and again just like a close up of fucking Jodie Foster, And she's just like, that's fucking smart. Because the mom on TV continues to say, I think her name is Catherine, and continues to just show baby pictures and her riding a bike and shit like that. And he's like, oh, that's so fucking smart. He's like humanizing the fuck out of her. So it makes it harder for him to like do whatever the fuck he's going to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, but I freaking hated when Jodie Foster comes to when freaking Clarice comes to the rescue, and she's like, just basically just like yelling at her like, you fucking bitch, like get me out of here, like,
Oh, I know, she's terrible.
like,
Oh, I hated her in that
chill
moment.
out, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
She's so
there's a
annoying.
serial killer like still up there. Like,
I felt for
you want her,
Clarice,
yeah,
dude.
like,
Yeah.
dude, just shut the fuck
She's
up.
literally looking down like, will you be quiet? Like, I'm trying to fucking catch this motherfucker.
Seriously.
But I also like at the end, it goes back to Buffalo Bill using the freaking
night
night vision goggles,
creepy
because you
shit.
see that in the beginning, right?
Yeah. When he takes her.
Yeah. Creepy shit, dude. Yeah.
Also, now that I'm thinking about it, it kind of reminds me of like the beginning of the Batman, right? When freaking you have the Riddler looking through the fucking
binoculars and shit,
and shit like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, fucking
Comfortable breathing.
I will say too, that sequence at the end, for one, the turn is good. Like, I won't say it's like completely a hardcore twist that you don't see coming, right? Like, I'm sure you can kind of imagine like, oh, they went to the wrong fucking place. Like, Hannibal fed them a fake.
Yeah.
But even still, when you do either know that, or even like just me having the theory that was going to happen, when that door opens and you see Buffalo Bill, the silence and tension there is just like, oh shit, here we go, dude.
Yeah.
Like, goddamn. Because I will like one thing that tripped me out, not to get too much into that one, so like, because we'll talk about it later, but like Seven's action sequences felt like action movie sequences to me, versus like this one action sequence that you have is like fucking tense, bro. Like Jodie Foster busting through all the doors.
It
like,
plays out like it should, like it would on stage.
yeah,
very-
100%. It's like you're there, dude. Like you can feel her shaking, like in her fucking bones and shit like that. Like, oh man, it's good. It's fucking intense as shit.
Yeah, see, when I like watched that scene, right, when I was watching it this time, I tried to look at it from like the point of view of I've never seen this before, and maybe I'm watching this like in 1991 when it came out for the first time, and that's probably not something that is always done like in movies, right? That's probably not a common thing. Like nowadays, you'll probably see the you know, like a kind of like a bait and switch like that, right?
Yeah.
Like it's probably a little bit more common nowadays. So I try to think about it like, damn, if I've never seen this before, like how would I react to it? And I was like, damn, this is really fucking good, because they do it really well. Like it's, you like, at least for me, like when I was trying to look at it through that lens, I was like, damn, all right, if I've never seen this before, I'm really starting to think, you know, I'm getting really tense right now. I'm really starting to think that, you know, they might be at the right place or she might be at the wrong, you know, like I don't know who's gonna fucking open the door. I don't know who's ringing the doorbell. I don't know what's gonna fucking happen after this, you know?
Yeah, because like you see the amount, because that's also a good switch in that like you see the amount of security that they brought that they thought was appropriate to deal with Buffalo Bill.
Yeah.
And then to have just Jodie Foster be there, you're like, oh shit, bro, holy fuck. Like,
Something's gonna go wrong.
yeah, it's about to be tense. I will say, I'm not usually a stickler for this kind of shit, and it doesn't take me out of the movie, but I can't help but not point it out. Buffalo Bill should have killed Clarice. Like, he's got night vision goggles on and can see her. Like, even if he wants to fucking, like, tap her before he does that or whatever, like, she just turns around and blasts him. It's hard for me to believe that she didn't take a single shot.
She turned around and fucking shot him point blank in the dark.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Before he got the round
She was
off.
training, man. She was.
I get it.
She goes to
I
that
get it.
hardcore Spartan training.
100%. But it's just hard for me to believe that she wouldn't have at least gotten tagged. Like, she didn't have to die, but, like...
I've always thought of that, but then when I was watching it this time, I think when you're watching it, I think Buffalo Bill is just so caught up.
He's a bit manic.
playing
Yeah.
the game, yeah.
He's tripping.
Yeah, he's trying to like play. He feels he has the upper hand right now,
Mm-hmm.
and I think he's kind of just like, you know,
It's his own downfall.
yeah, caught up in the moment, and that's his own downfall. That
Yeah,
he doesn't.
he
ta-
does try to-
he
he plays with it a
doesn't.
little
Yeah,
bit.
he doesn't take that opportunity, and he's like, all right, I'm gonna go. You know.
Yeah.
He's also just like a little spacey.
Oh, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It doesn't strike. I mean, he's got them night vision goggles, but
Mm-hmm.
he seems the whole time. It doesn't seem like, you know. He doesn't strike me as like ex-military kind of like nut job. He just seems like.
Well, he's also just like a stark contrast to like what Hannibal is, right? Because Hannibal Lecter is like a cold, calculated, methodical,
Yeah.
like psycho killer versus like Buffalo Bill's a lot more emotionally driven. I think you know, like kind of does
When
shit.
he sees what he wants to go after, he's gonna go after it.
Yeah,
like,
he doesn't
fairly
really-
quickly. You know,
yeah.
he's not gonna take his time.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't see Buffalo Bill dissecting anybody, fucking making them eat their own brain.
Yeah, Jesus.
Have you seen any of the other movies for these?
Uh-uh.
Oh, you've never
There's
seen
not-
Red Dragon or Hannibal?
Isn't there Silence of the Lambs too as well? I saw it when you pulled it up there. Yeah,
But
I wouldn't want to watch that.
No, there's
I'll
another
check it out.
dude. Hannibal Lecter feeds the late great fucking Ray Liotta's brain to himself.
Sick.
Like he's alive and he's like cooking up his brain and like just feeding it.
Is
to
it
him. And
still
he's just, like,
Anthony Hopkins?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, there's Red Dragon, there's Hannibal, and then there's also the Hannibal, like the
Show,
show
yeah.
with
Oh, yeah.
Mads
Yup.
Mikkelsen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard that's good.
But yeah, I hella didn't know that fucking Silence of the Lambs was based off a book, and that it's the sequel. Red Dragon is the first the first part.
No, okay.
Yeah. I think I was remembering that because I haven't seen them in a long time. I probably will watch all three of those movies.
I actually bought the audiobook to Red Dragon today because I
Nice.
wanted to read that.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I when I was watching Silence of the Lambs, I had the feeling I'm like, wait, is that movie like it's a prequel? It comes before. For sure. But anyways, back to Silence of the Lambs.
Anthony Hopkins is fucking great.
Anthony Hopkins is.
He's
fucking
very
great.
scary in that shit.
He's very scary all the time.
Never
I would
moves.
Shit my pants if I met him in real life.
Oh, it'd be an honor, dude. I'd be
honored to shit my pants.
I would
in
be
front of him.
crying and
I would
like
too.
scared. I don't know if I would run in fear or bow. Fucking
Both.
Hannibal Lecter and
Odin, bro. He's the Allfather.
I would
There's-
bow in fear.
Dude, there's this
tickling me throat.
there's this one fucking bit in the very first Thor movie that just like cracks me up. You know what I'm talking
I know
about.
what you're talking
Fucking
about.
cracks
I've
me
been
up beyond
refraining from saying
belief.
it this whole time.
Because there's this. It's the moment where the first Thor movie I really enjoy because it is very, very like theater,
Yeah.
like theater. You
Yeah.
know, like super
really is.
big. You know, and so the moment when Odin is like casting out Thor, there's like this bit where Loki tries to go to bat for Thor, and he's like, "But father, please." And Anthony Hopkins doesn't say a word. He just turns around and goes, "Arr!" And it like cracks me up every fucking time, bro, because it's like so intense, and it's just like a guttural fucking growl, and him just being like, "Silence, like don't speak, boy." But it's just fucking a testament to Anthony Hopkins, man.
Right.
Was to die. Oh, just so epic, dude. I love that shit.
Odin's a dick.
Dude, straight up. But also, okay, when I was watching Silence of the Lambs, I also noticed, like, this is also very much, like, I don't know if people are always, like, talking about this, but this is also a commentary on how tough it is for, like, women to, like, work in, like, such a male-driven, like,
100%.
field. Because, like, the whole time, like, that she's going through this and shit like that, like, the only reason that she gets to go and interview Hannibal Lecter is because freaking homeboy, her...
I think his name's Lawson.
Freaking something, or freaking...
Yeah, the dude she wants to work for.
yeah.
The actual FBI guy, right?
Yeah, he
Not the
bring-
douchebag psychologist one.
The guy, he took her class, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
he
she
brings
took-
her.
he
He brings
took
her
his
in
class.
because Hannibal hasn't seen a girl in 8 years. So obviously
Yeah.
he's going to divulge some stuff because he's seeing a girl for the first
God, I
time in
hate
8
that
years.
fucking
You
scene.
know, and then when when she finally goes, and then she's talking to the douchebag freaking Shilton. the dude-
Yeah. Oh, I hate that fucker.
He asked her
Yeah.
out on a date. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
before.
exactly.
I hate
And-
that fucker.
And just like the whole time, you see that she's kind of just like not taking that serious because like she is a woman and stuff like that, and also because she's still training and stuff. But like, I was like, that's interesting, and I don't know if I've ever like kind of like heard that sort of conversation.
Well, you
behind
know
it
what I
before.
like too about that, because I agree that's obvious, that's very heavily in there, and I think one that was subtle to me.
Drag on it for a while.
I don't know. Obviously, I'm not the best at like analyzing movies, so this might be like really old thoughts at this point. But the subtle one that I not enjoyed, but just sorry, I know that sounds horribly sexist of me, but the one that I
enjoyed the sexism.
appreciated seeing unfold before me on however you say that was there's a lot of very obvious ones, right? Like what's his name? There's the two other psychologist dudes that like help her figure out about the butterflies from like Asia and shit like that,
yeah,
right?
the nerds.
Those dudes straight up ask her out, right? All
Yeah.
this fucking
yeah.
very in your face like misogynistic behavior. And the whole movie,
You mean besides from getting flung cum at your face?
yeah, that
Yeah.
one's horrible.
That
Yeah,
scene
fucking
is
Miggins, bro.
disgusting.
Yeah.
That
Miggs,
is,
yeah.
ugh, dude. Like, I literally was like, when I saw that scene, because like, it's been a while since I've seen that movie.
Yeah.
To be honest, I literally gagged and was like,
It's bad. It's
furious
pretty bad
at the same time.
It's like
I was
holy
like,
shit,
"Whoa,"
bro.
'cause I thought
yeah.
he was gonna actually like fling blood at her.
Something,
I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, that's crazy, but nah, bro.
It was some nut.
But the one that gets me the most, honestly, is like, and again, it's very, very subtle, is the FBI chief at the end. There's like this idea that one of them, I can't remember if it's fucking Chilton or if it's Hannibal, that tells her like, oh, you're only getting this because he's got a fucking, oh, that it is Hannibal. Cause he's like, cause he made sexual advantages towards you, Clarice. Like, has he done this? Has he done that? And you don't get a big sense of it. He seems all right for the most part. until the very, very end. He's like, goes to give her like a fucking handshake, and he just lingers a little bit too long, you know?
Her hand real tight.
Real fucking intimate, and it's like, oh, he's a little fucker too, dude. Like, he's putting on this mask of like, fucking, no, I got your back. I'm trying to help you and this and that. I understand what you're going through. But he's still just doing the same fucking thing at the end, dude. And it's like, damn, they're all fucking bastards, dude. Every single one of them.
They're little fucking bastards, bro. Yeah.
It's kind of like it's actually kind of like the sub like topic of the
whole movie,
the
yeah.
whole movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's there from
the
beginning to the
subtext.
very
Jack
end.
Crawford.
Jack Crawford, there you
Jack
go.
Crawford, yeah.
Fucking Scott Glenn.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure Jack Crawford's a character in the first book as well.
Oh, he was probably been well, he has all the history on Hannibal, so I'm sure he was probably the...
So where I'm at so far in the first book in Red Dragon is Hannibal Lecter's already been caught by this FBI profiler who's caught, at this point, I think the only two like serial killers. I think there's one, and then there's Hannibal Lecter. And when he caught Hannibal Lecter, he got hurt. Like Hannibal Lecter like cut him up or did something to him before he got caught. So like effectively, he's just like, all right, I don't want to like do this anymore. Like he's just been living a regular life. And then now there's another serial killer that's come out that's killing like families. And motherfucking Jack Crawford comes back.
Oh, okay.
And he's just like, hey man, I need you to come back because like you're the best at this.
Yeah,
And he's just,
yeah.
And
Pull him out of retirement.
Yeah, and like the freaking the profiler's just kind of like, man, you know, I'm okay, you know, like I kind of really don't want to do this. And Jack Crawford's like, just come on, man, like you know,
Just
you're the
one more
best,
time,
you know,
yeah.
you're the only one that's you know, you're the only one that can like think like them, blah blah blah, and stuff like that. So finally, like the dude's like, all right, like you know, I guess I'll do it because you know who else is gonna do it, you know. And then, but like the guy's wife is like, why the fuck are you gonna do this, like you know, and just hella pissed at Jack Crawford because she's like, you know. He almost got killed the last time, and all of a sudden you're just gonna bring this fucking fool back. So, honestly, fuck Jack Crawford, bro. That fool sucks.
Jack Crawford's a FBI fucking piece of shit.
He's a dick.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Don't be a
Jack.
dick, Darren.
Don't be a dick, Jack Crawford.
Don't be a dick.
That should be the name. That should be the title of like a fucking, like an you know like a fucking How to Lose a Guy in like 10 Days or some shit, like a chick flick.
Don't
movie.
be a dick,
Don't
Jack
be a
Crawford.
Jack Crawford.
Don't be a dick, Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, Silence of the Lambs was really, really good. I was 100% on board. Can't believe I haven't seen it after all this time.
You
But,
motherfucker.
you know,
Seriously, wow.
at the same time, too, though, I kind of, like...
You didn't like scary things at all when you were like
That-
No, I was the same
That's
way.
for
I was the
sure.
same way.
That's for sure. But the other thing, too, I was going to say is it's like, I appreciate that, like, it's hard. Sometimes it's hard for things to live up to the hype, right? So, like, it's kind of nice for being told to watch all these movies as a kid and then finally revisiting them now, like 10 years down the line, when it's not like, this is the greatest shit ever, you have to watch this, or this is that, you got to watch this. You know what I mean? It like takes some of the pressure off of like getting to watch it with like fresh eyes for the first time and whatnot.
Were you surprised by the scene when Hannibal Lecter basically like cuts the face off the dude and then fucking puts it on his own?
Oh, that was good.
About that,
That was good.
Did that get did that
Yeah,
get you?
yeah, 100%. Yeah, I was like, oh fuck, he's a sneaky little bastard, dude. God damn. Yeah, he didn't give a fuck, dude. Yeah, he's hardcore.
Super
Yeah, that was. Some
I thought
good
it was.
shit.
I also thought it was so funny how like, obviously everyone knows how fucking dangerous Hannibal Lecter is, right? But when the elevator starts moving, they hear the gunshot, and then the cops just like, I need you to shut down the whole block. I need a SWAT team and blah blah all this, and I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, dude. Hannibal's like a goddamn supervillain, dude. Yeah.
Like 4 block radius, something like that. He's just like lock it down.
He does kind of have. I will say that like it's great, and I think it works
Joker
well for the
vibes,
movie.
dude.
Yeah, but like he's kind of like a supervillain. Like he's almost got superpowers. Like damn near. Like it's incredible.
That's
yeah.
what I mean. He's like fucking Joker.
He
the
is.
Joker in Arkham, bro.
Yeah, honestly, dude, I would really like to see actually a take on the Joker where an actor uses something like a Hannibal Lecter as like their inspiration, you know? A little more cold, a little more calculating. We've seen all the chaotic Jokers. We've seen whatever the fuck you want to call Jared Leto is. Seen some
Garbage.
seen fucking Joaquin Phoenix's
Basura.
like mental health take on it, right? Like give us like a cold, calculated Hannibal Lecter style Joker. It just knows what he's fucking doing, man. Shit would be crazy.
Yeah, honestly, for me, this is like a 10 out of 10 movie. Like, there's really nothing wrong with it for me.
Yeah, I wouldn't even try to touch this movie with a rating because it's so. My voice even registering on here? I'm looking at that. Am I? Should I be closer?
That one's not. That one you don't go off of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The if you're picking up here, you're good.
There we go.
Yeah.
Is it on there? Am
Yeah.
I? A little
Honestly,
quiet.
if you just pull that like forward a little bit more.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. This one is kind of hard to
Yeah.
give a rating. I think
No, it's a 10 out of 10.
I think it's
Yeah, 10 out of 10 though.
if I watch it enough times, I'm sure there are some things
10 out of 10 butterflies.
10 out of 10 butterflies on the mouth. There are probably some things here or there that you can criticize, right? But like on a first viewing, it's hard to think about anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're so caught up in all,
Yeah.
all that stuff. Yeah, to me, honestly, I probably would have had a better, more like opinionated about the movie because like it's been a long time since I've seen it. So a lot of the time, the movie, I was there with the movie, and I'm like, I remember this scene, I remember this scene,
Yeah.
I remember this scene, but I don't remember like the whole plot leading
Yeah.
up to the scenes for the most part.
Yeah.
The movie exists as like the iconic scenes.
Yeah.
throughout, you know,
Yeah,
the
most
fucking
definitely.
Scene where the dude's like gutted up and
Yeah.
the fucking
The
thing.
American flag ribbon in the back
the
and
scene
shit.
where
Yeah.
they're- all the scenes where they're conversing through the jail stuff.
Yep.
Through the jail cells.
All classic.
Yeah, the whole fucking the being like transferred around with the fucking
The mask. Yeah.
iconic mask.
Yep.
And, like all that stuff. But
There's like hella video games now that give you a Hannibal Lecter mask. I think.
Dude,
I honestly
I have one in Hogwarts.
I was gonna say even Hogwarts has
yeah,
one. Bro.
Hogwarts has one
Yep,
for sure.
yep.
I to be honest, I think I have that one on right now.
Yeah.
I had the armor that you were telling me about, and then with some robe, and then I had the fucking
The mask and
the half face mask.
Oh, okay. I asked Ryan this earlier, and he says no. I'm a yes. Do you fuck with the scarves?
Oh, bro,
I love the
I
scarves.
fucks with the
I
scarves.
don't-
Hell yeah!
don't
I
at
love the
all.
scarves.
God.
bro.
I don't- there's
fucks
like a
with the
select
scarves.
there's a select couple of
I love the
scarves,
scarves.
but I
I'm
think
gonna buy more scarves for myself.
there's a select couple of scarves, but what I don't like is that when you have a jacket, when you have like a coat on that has like a nice collar, if you put a scarf on, it blocks the collar.
Yeah.
I don't like
You
some
know?
of the collars though.
There's
I don't
more.
like
see,
the
I'm
frilly
more,
collars
see, I'm
and
more of
shit.
I'm more of a collar guy, honestly. Like I like to, like if I'm gonna run around, like I like to have like a suit on or something like that has like a, a collar or something. I like the freaking going on to a little Hogwarts Legacy tangent
Yeah.
real quick.
Silence of the Lambs is amazing. 10 out of 10.
Yeah. I like the shopkeeper's outfit
that one's
because
good.
it has the big freaking collar like
Shopkeeper's
that.
one's dope as
Yeah.
fuck.
I like some of the cloaks because they have kind of like the collar that kind of like goes up like that. And to me, like I don't know, if I was a wizard and I was running around, like I would want like a big cloak to have like
So,
a fucking collar.
collar
like-
on there.
My
yeah.
Now, if I could toggle the scarf to be under the collar, like how I
Tuck it
honestly
in.
I would might wear.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know though.
Or
I
you
don't.
put the
I don't
scarf
have
on
to.
the inside so you can have the hood up too. As
Yeah,
well, 'cause-
Yeah.
it's like
then
something
the
to where
scarf,
I
like,
can see the
chokes you. Goes
collar.
around the
You
hood,
know,
yeah,
like.
yeah.
But honestly, I come from a place where I've never had to wear a scarf, so I don't honestly
neither.
don't know
Yeah.
how to wear a scarf.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
to me, I'd rather just I'll put the scarf on and I'll add the upgrades and I'll do the little the traits and stuff on there.
You know
but
what?
I'll just toggle it off.
Hogwarts
Yeah.
Legacy 10 out of 10 scarves.
Yeah. You know what I don't fuck with in that game? And it makes the actual like outfit selection, because there's like the robes and there's the outfit, right? Makes the outfit selections for me like cut in half. I do not fuck with the 1800s pants, bro. Like the ones
Oh,
that just
yeah.
go to your calves
Oh,
with
yeah.
the
Skirts
socks that
and
get
stuff
pulled
like
up.
that.
No,
I
the
don't like that.
the skirts I'm cool with. I like the Highland
Oh, yeah,
guards.
yeah.
I'm talking about the half pants that
With
have
the
the
little
socks
pilgrim
pulled up.
shoes and
No,
shit?
thank you. I don't wear. I don't like those
Yeah, no.
motherfuckers.
I have to have some regular
I need
pants
regular
on.
pants,
I'm
bro.
at
I need
the
regular
point right now in
pants.
the game
Yeah.
where like because I have run out of like making cool combos to make my guy look cool.
Yeah,
Because of,
yeah.
like, there are limitations that I'm not gonna get into. With,
We're getting
like,
a Hogwarts Legacy sequel, hopefully. So
Oh, obviously.
give us
And we
more.
better
Give us more
and-
customization.
and Quidditch.
Quidditch, please.
But I'm at the point right now where like anytime I pick up a new article of clothing, I'm like, let me put that on and let me see what kind of outfit I can make.
See how it
because I don't
feels.
really care what my character looks like for the most part. I'm just doing side quests and
Yeah.
collectibles. But however, my favorite. I wish I took a. I was debating taking a picture and sending it to you guys, but I don't know. I just never did. My favorite fucking outfit that I like will put on is like, okay, so you know how there's like the like light blue top with like the bright green pants with like the brown boots that come up. The
Yeah,
only
yeah.
outfit with the bright green pants.
Yeah.
I'll put that outfit on, and then do you have the purple robe? Purple robe with
Yeah.
like the pink little hearts and sleeves and shit.
Yeah.
I'll put that on with like whatever kind of color scarf, and then the big green wizard hat with like the big fucking like
Just goofy
vine
wizard
coming
shit?
up. Dude, nah, bro. Like he looks like a fucking magical like psychedelic like Alice
yeah.
in Wonderland.
Yeah,
wizard.
yeah, yeah,
I
for sure.
fucking love that
Yeah.
shit. To be honest, I do like how you can make your character look like a wizard. Like if you want
Yeah.
to, like with the
Bunch of classic
Give me
wizard
a
hats.
beard, please.
Yeah, you're in
yeah,
high
beard
school.
You're
option.
15, I know, but like I just
You have
want
to be a
beards.
young sprouter for sure.
Yeah, I just
or
want a beard.
Yeah.
I honestly, when you look at the series, you don't see a lot of them with beards. So
You know what I think would be cool is if they're gonna make a quick little Hogwarts intermission here. If they're gonna really make a Hogwarts Legacy sequel,
They will.
don't keep us in school.
Don't make that shit online.
No,
please.
graduate
Or maybe
your
do.
character. Let me literally import my character from the first game. Keep all the choices that I made in that game, how you do with other shit, and make me a fucking Auror, bro. Put me out in the wizarding
Further
world.
along the story with a saved like character, like Hogwarts Legacy 2, you can continue as your main character.
Yeah, you have the option to start fresh if you want to, but there's also the option to just bring in everything you did from the first game and keep going.
Yeah.
And make me an
I like
Auror,
that
bro.
too.
I don't want to be in school no more. Let me revisit Hogwarts if I want to, but like, let me explore London, on a fucking broom and shit. Let me have to like give me Obliviate, and I have to stealth my way through Muggle sections. And if I get caught, you gotta fucking Obliviate those motherfuckers, or you're screwed.
That would be cool.
Yeah, that type of shit.
Give me broom tricks too. I want to do barrel rolls and whips and shit.
That'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah, I mean, if there's gonna be a sequel, I think they have to do something else. You can't do just like two
Just the
open
sixth
world.
year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't just do two open world Hogwarts like
Yeah.
in Hogwarts and in Hogsmeade and they got to
the
take it somewhere
Highlands.
else.
Yeah.
They have so many locations to choose from in the Harry Potter universe at this point.
Mhm.
They have plenty of places.
We can go to the Ministry, bro. Take us to the Ministry.
Yeah.
If they did have to keep it in school, I would be down, and this may be controversial, but I would be down for some, I think it's called Ilvermorny or something like that. Let me be a student at the American School of Witchcraft and Wizardry.
yeah.
Okay.
Let me go, even if it's
Yeah.
1800s still. I want to see what a different school operates like,
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
I would like that.
I'm down for that shit.
Like New York City in the 1800s as your playground, bro. Like you got to fucking
yeah.
fly around the old school skyscrapers and shit like that. I think that'd be cool. I think
I
that'd
like
be cool.
that. Yeah.
I really wish. I mean, I guess it had been probably revealed at some point, like in State of Play or something like that.
Mhm.
I wish they told you like that there is wand customization when you're choosing your wand at the beginning. Because I chose a wand specifically because I didn't choose a wand that I liked more because I didn't like the way the like hilt-ish part. Of
Yeah,
it was.
not knowing you could change
Not
it.
knowing that was the
Yeah.
specific part that you can cover.
Yeah, it's the handles. Yeah.
Although you do have to play 45 minutes of every house if you want that platinum trophy. I was telling you about
I saw that too. Yeah, because you have to do
get you have to get to the map chamber.
yeah
with every house.
because you know
I'm gonna do
what?
it. I'm gonna do
It's
it.
because the quest to get to the map changer is chamber is different for every single house.
Yeah, you have the one different like mission.
There's a unique one for every house. Yeah.
Although
Hufflepuff is the coolest.
Cree be playing on my shit too as a Hufflepuff, so I don't gotta do that.
Dude,
I only got two.
that's
and she's gonna get to go to Azkaban.
I know that's the coolest
Like,
one.
fuck.
Yeah, that's the coolest one, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a Hufflepuff one, and he's gonna be evil guy. His name's Gerald Rickson.
Gerald Rickson.
What's your guys'
Fuck
name? What was your original name?
My original one. This is Jack Conrad.
Yeah.
Jack Conrad. What about
Daniel Potter.
you? Daniel Potter.
Yeah, he looks exactly like Harry, and he's a Gryffindor.
Did you really go?
No,
with full-
I did, because what I'm gonna do
course
is
you did.
I'm gonna do a playthrough for every single house. I don't give a fuck, and each one of those
Are you
is
gonna
gonna
make your
be
Hufflepuff one like Cedric?
I was gonna say
And-
that.
no
Duke Draco?
Hufflepuff is the house that I wanted to play before I made the decision that I was gonna do one for all them. So each of the other three are gonna be basic little bitches.
Yeah.
Like Slytherin's gonna be a basic Slytherin, Ravenclaw's gonna be a basic Ravenclaw,
Yeah.
but my Hufflepuff, that's gonna be the one that I have fun with.
Nice.
I don't know what it's gonna be yet, but yeah,
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 that's cool. That's cool
yeah,
as fuck.
that's what I'm gonna have fun with.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Who's yours?
My Hufflepuff's
Oh,
gonna be evil guy.
fucking Diggy Albrecht.
Diggy Elbrack.
Diggy
Nice.
Albrecht.
Fuck yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, yeah.
I went for the full wizard
I was
one.
thinking, I was role playing. I was like, Potter's probably went to school way before, like Harry and James and shit.
There's Weasley's theirs and there's
Exactly.
fucking Blacks
Why
there.
couldn't the Potters have been there? You know what I mean?
The Black family?
Yeah, yeah. I got you.
Not just Dean Thompson or
Yeah.
whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that was our.
Oh,
Harry
bro, it's Simon Pegg.
Yeah.
Yeah, as
As fucking Phineas.
Phineas Black,
something
man. Yeah. What a little shit.
Mm-hmm.
He's a perfect asshole.
Seriously, what a little bitch. That scene where you fucking take the polyjuice potion.
I don't know that
yeah.
yet.
What?
That's okay. I already saw the spoiler, but yeah, I
Wait,
haven't gotten that
have
far.
you not finished the story yet?
Wow.
You're really going
I-
that
I-
hard on the side quest?
100%.
So,
yeah.
like-
I'm at 70% completion for the entire game so far. So
Okay.
I'm going ham on
level are
everything
you?
as I go. 34 or 35. Yeah.
You restarted, but what level did you get your last guy up to?
I'm at like 38, I believe.
I just hit like 31.
I think the max level is 40.
40, yeah.
If I'm not
Yeah, I saw
mistaken,
that you can't get all of the skills because there's not enough level ups.
Because you don't get talent points for the first 5
Bullshit.
levels. Yeah. You gotta pick and choose.
I hate that. I want to learn all the
Give
tricks.
me everything.
I want to learn everything.
I kind of like that though. It really makes you like sitting like, all right, I'm gonna have to like plan this out, because I kind of realized that like early on, like like these level ups come pretty slow.
Especially once you
Like
get past like 25.
Once you start getting up there, they come pretty slow. So I really have to like map out where I want to put my skill points. You know, I can't just like, like I think you get like the first like 7 or something like that, and you just can just like, oh, I'm just gonna fucking do all that. You know,
I feel like there's like 3 main paths you can take. You can either go like 2 of the like just regular wand combat ones, which is either like charms, or you can do dark magic. And then really the only other one that I see that has like a fleshed out skill tree is you can be like just a plant turret maker, bro. Like dropping venomous tentaculars and Chinese chopping cabbages to like fuck shit up, bro.
The inclusion of fucking plants that fucking
they're pretty kick-ass.
Damage,
yeah, they're pretty badass, honestly.
I didn't know that was an option until the quests made you do it. They're like, fucking throw one of these things at a bad guy and watch it fuck them up.
See, that's beautiful because it's making you use each aspect of the game, and like it's making you, because if you didn't have something like that, if it was just like, oh, just get a venomous tentaculus and take it back to class, it'd kind of be like, all right, like I don't need to like use this anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the fact that they make you use it, you're like, oh shit, like this is actually it's actually fucking cool right here.
It is. It works real well, man.
So like I'm a big venomous tentaculus guy.
Yeah.
Like I'll throw a couple of those down, and then I'm a big drinker of the Maximus potions and then the Focus potions.
I don't really use the potions too much. I got to have my Wiggenwelds, obviously.
If you use the Maximus potion, and I think if you if you use the Maximus potion, and I think if you upgrade it, your basic attack can break shields.
Oh, nice. Okay.
You know what else just breaks all the shields?
Throwing shit at people.
Yeah, the unforgivable curses.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so do you guys kill people?
I don't have any.
I honestly, if I'm gonna be real, I didn't unlock the killing curse, but that's only because I didn't know if I choose the one that
the dick,
if you tell Sebastian, spoiler alert,
you get to learn it later on. I'm pretty sure there's probably another side quest where you get to
here's the thing: if you pre-ordered it like I did, and you
have the dark arts,
you have the dark arts battle arena, so you could just go. I could just go in there and use it.
Have you done any of those arenas? It's literally just waves.
The waves.
Yeah.
My boss was telling me about that.
But they have one where you just have instant access to all the unforgivable curses. Like no ifs, ands, or buts. Doesn't matter where you start.
It gives you all of them, and then I think Bombarda with the
Bombarda's sick, dude. Bombarda's my new favorite spell, dude. I just got that maybe 2 or 3 sessions
that one's
ago.
fire,
I love
Which
that
one
shit.
is it? Fucking Defendo that's got
the slicing. Yeah, Defendo's sick, bro.
Yeah, I'm a big Descendo guy.
Descendo's dope. I love Descendo
throw
too.
Him up and slam him down.
Yeah, that shit's. I was telling him my bread and butter combo lately is with all the upgrades. You pull them in with Accio. Gets like a group of them. You have the upgraded Incendio that does the fire ring around you, so it hits all of them. And then if you use Glacius before you use the fucking Defendo, hella damage, bro.
So
hella damage.
That's like an OP thing.
Yeah. Like I didn't go. I'm not a dick. I didn't go for like a dark build.
Yeah.
But I'm like Mace Windu, bro. I believe in using the goddamn dark forces
just to
kill
fuck
bad
shit
guys.
up. Yeah.
And so my thing is that the unforgivable curses break through all the shields. So and Crucio is it's like a damage amplifier. When you have them cursed, you do it, and then all of your other spells do a little bit more damage. So, but you can tag, but that one loads fast. So you can tag like 3 bad guys.
Yeah, with the X's.
With the X's on there, and then if you do the Avada Kedavra,
you can tag all your X's out there.
Yeah. And then if you do, and then with the talent point, you
instant kill everybody.
You use the Avada Kedavra mastery.
It just chains.
It kills all when you use it. It kills all.
Yeah, that one's crazy. I've seen that online.
See, I'm a big.
It's pretty OP. It's ridiculous.
So I cycle between. So my 2 main basic attacks the main attacks that I use are Bombarda and the fucking the slice.
Defendo,
yeah. And then I'll either pair it with like an Accio with the Glacius or a Descendo with the Arresto Momentum.
Oh, Arresto Momentum's good,
because Arresto Momentum already just lifts them up in the air.
And so does Flipendo too. That's the one thing I will say is it's like there is a couple of spells that are just copycats.
Have you figured out how to flip a Dugbog yet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to dodge out of the way and then you just hit him with any force spell. It doesn't even have to be Flipendo. You can use Repulso. You can use.
Oh, really? I thought it had to be Accio.
No, it could be any of the purples as long as you use the purple on
the
it.
battle feats? Like it pops up in the corner. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I had the one where it was like where the big spiders or whatever. It was like you throw them up in the air and you like do a couple damage and then you fucking do. It's the Pulso, right? That's the one that pulls them down.
Yeah.
You fucking and their head goes through.
Oh,
the ground.
you have to do Levioso, but yeah. It's like what's crazy is I actually saw that in a video. There is an instant kill combo for like practically every enemy in the game. Like if you use that one, right? There's one with there's these goblins that will like jump, and if you do the what is it called? I forgot what it was called.
Descendo?
Yeah, that's an instant kill. You can Bombarda and then Fairy when they're about to attack you, and they'll just blow up. There's one for one of the spellcasters too that I can't remember. But there's like literally every mob in the game has like some kind of instant kill spell combo, which I think is cool. It's like everybody's weak to something, you know?
Oh yeah, I really fucking like that. But yeah, I really love just like flying around to the different camps and just like
Dropping in.
just drop in the middle and then just fucking pew, and then just freaking start freaking
I don't
fighting
ever really
people.
go the stealth approach that much.
I did it for a little bit at first. I thought it was kind of fun, but combat is so much more fun than stealth is. It's not worth it. Like, it's just too overpowered, honestly.
See, I love using the Arresto Momentum because I'll just stop someone, and I love like just juggling them with a couple spells and then just freaking.
Fuck yeah.
Throw a
The
big
little
one, you know?
flourishes at the end of the like the little wand combos are like fucking
It's so lit, dude.
shit.
Yeah. It's badass.
Beautiful. But all right, that was our Harry Potter, our Hogwarts
intermission.
tangent. Now it's time to talk about
Seven.
motherfucking Seven. And I as crazy as this movie is, this is fucking. I just love the combination of actors that are in this freaking movie.
It is very good.
Like star-studded. You got Morgan Freeman. You got Brad Pitt. You got freaking Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yep.
And for all fucked up shit he's done, you got Kevin Spacey.
yeah.
You know?
I shit my pants when I saw that it was Kevin Spacey because I'd never seen Seven.
Yeah.
And so like, and I'd seen all the, I knew that Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman were in it and all that kinds of stuff, and that it was the whole like, what's in the box?
Yeah, I knew that.
What's in the
Yeah.
box?
I was sad that was spoiled for me because I knew what that was, and I feel like that last scene would have hit 10 times harder if I
Yeah.
didn't know what that was all
But
about.
when I saw that it was fucking when he was like detective,
Yeah.
and it was Kevin Spacey, I was like,
Oh, shit.
dude.
Yeah.
Because like, I mean, like, yeah, we don't talk about Kevin Spacey.
We don't talk about Bruno.
We'll talk about John Doe.
John Doe. There you
John
go.
Doe,
The
like,
character
dude.
that was in the movie.
I want to talk about Kevin
Jonathan
Spacey
Doe.
though, because like he's terrible, and I really am so fucking sad that all that shit happened.
Yeah.
Because Kevin Spacey was
A fine actor.
fucking the shit, dude. Oh my god, like
He done fucked
almost
up.
anything that I see him in, I'm like, oh, but he was so fucking good in that shit. And this was just another one of those moments where I was like, it is perfect casting. But
Honestly.
yeah, sorry, Kevin
Like
Spacey.
I also
You're a
love
dick.
seeing freaking Brad Pitt like in characters like this where he's just like he's not Brad Pitt, you know? Like like what I was saying like with
I was actually surprised with his performance that he wasn't just being Brad Pitt like he normally is, you know?
like I'm fine when he's like, when he's like in have you seen Babylon?
No.
That's
So
good.
that movie, so that's where I got
Babylon's
the
dope.
character. That's where I got the character the name Jack Conrad
Brad
from,
Pitt's
because
name
that's
in there,
Brad
yeah.
Pitt's name in freaking.
Oh, okay.
Jack Conrad, movie
Yeah.
star and director, picture mover.
But so in that,
Helps at all.
um,
I don't know. Am I still not reading on
I think
no,
you
you
want to
were
go
you
in
were
here.
you were fine. Yeah, you were fine earlier. But something like with Bullet Train, like I loved Bullet Train, but my problem was that like Brad Pitt was playing this character that was supposed to be this. Just not Brad Pitt, and I just felt like Brad Pitt was Brad Pitt in that movie. But this movie, it's fucking Officer David Mills, like freaking, he was great. Like I loved it. I love seeing him in characters like this where he kind of like really just gives himself up like to that role. And yeah, he was just fucking great,
I did not enjoy Brad Pitt
You
so
did
much in this
not
movie.
enjoy Brad
No,
Pitt?
I didn't. I thought he was boring as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. He doesn't really bring it for me in terms of acting chops in this movie. I thought he was like very basic, bare bones. I'm an emotionally driven detective. You know what I mean? And like, I didn't think that there was anything there particularly that like sold it as a very special performance. And the thing that really sealed it for me is it's like his face 100% fantastic at the end when he realizes what's going on. But like, he doesn't sound like a man who just saw his wife's head in a box or knows that his wife's head in a box. At least to me, he's like, oh man, no, oh man, oh god.
Well, if
like,
we're being fair, he hadn't like seen it at that point.
but he thought of what was going on. You see the little flashes in his head, right? He's picturing it and everything. For me, Morgan Freeman, and then once he does show up, Kevin Spacey stole the show a lot more for me. I thought that Brad Pitt was fine. I don't think he did a bad job. I just thought that he was a little boring to me in the movie.
I was a little surprised that the movie was as like psychological thriller, like on the same level, sort of as like Silence of the Lambs, because the reason that whole end scene was spoiled for me, that I knew that scene was coming, is because that scene is like memed. The whole oh
what's in the box?
What's in the box?
Yeah.
What's in the box?
Yeah.
Frosted Flakes.
For some reason, they're great. For some reason, when like because I remember the scene, I'm like, oh, this is that scene where it comes up, and I remembered it like in my head, like it's a joke, because everybody also like references it in like TV shows and shit like that. They'll do that line.
It's a classic
and so
scene.
To me, the line exists like as a gag. So people have always like emphasized like the weird fucking pattern, which the way he speaks. But I was genuinely surprised when it happened in the movie. I'm like, oh, he does say it weird.
Yeah.
Like he does
What's
say
in
it.
the box?
Like it wasn't me just remembering it with all the other jokes on top of it to change my perspective. Like it really is just that way. But his character reads that way the whole movie. So
He's just very plain to me, you know? Like maybe this was like a groundbreaking character in 1991 or 1995 whenever this movie came out, but I've seen so many like, oh, I let my emotions drive me. I don't give a fuck. I'm not by the book. I'm going to kick this door in and do what I want. I've seen so many of those detectives at this point that doesn't feel very fresh to me.
But I think that's so much like the point is because he is a cop and something like that, and he just doesn't understand how to operate and take someone down like a serial killer, right?
Yeah.
He's just so like the basic gung-ho cop that's so ready to take over this case, but he just doesn't understand. And I think that's the point, is to put him like apart, like Morgan Freeman of freaking Detective
William Somerset, yeah.
And is to show like Somerset's obviously different. He doesn't
savage,
think,
bro.
He doesn't think like a regular cop.
No, he's smart.
And freaking Detective Mills has this, he's done his time, have you seen my files, blah blah, and stuff like that. But he's freaking Somerset straight up, he's like, yeah, but you've never been here and you've never seen anything like this. So I think that's like the whole point of his character.
Where does this movie take place? Fucking Gotham?
Yeah.
Like, no, basically. Seriously, yeah, honestly, they never mention the name of the city.
Like, did you see like the parallels and stuff like that between like this and like the Batman? How like the Batman,
dude, it's Gotham.
Oh, yeah. I did.
Gotham.
You know what I will say?
Like the Batman takes place later than
they have the obvious benefit of having the blueprint, but I think the Batman does it better.
Well, yeah,
I think the Batman's more well executed than Seven is, because it is essentially the same thing. It is basically the same thing.
And I think that the ending's just a whole lot different, right? The ending, the ending.
Well, it's a superhero ending versus a psychological thriller ending. Yeah, for sure.
The ending is the killer getting, winning at the end of the day.
Yeah. No, yeah, for sure. I like the just amount of like intelligence that Somerset brings to it. I think he is like a fucking Batman, dude. Like he's like hella like world's greatest detective, at least in this city. And it's also dope because you see like the effect that being a detective for so long has on you, right? Like at the beginning of this movie, he's like, no, fuck that shit. Like, I'm done. I've done my time. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
But like he's
7 days.
Yeah, but he spent so much fucking time like doing this with his life and like devoting his energy and his time to like solving cases that he can't help but get pulled back in one more time, And like it really makes me wonder like were these two detectives, or even really just Somerset in particular, at the like base of what's his name, John Doe's like plans, because he does say, he's like, this is not a coincidence. They wanted us to find him on this day. He spent a whole year taking care of the first guy or whatever, and cutting him up and shit.
Gnarly, dude.
Yeah, like they wanted him to find him on that day, 7 days before he was gonna retire. 7 deadly sins, all this bullshit and whatnot. Like it really makes me wonder if
the 7 evil X's.
Yeah, exactly.
I wonder if
that was so real quick. That's a prosthetic,
go
right? That's like a practical that guy they made, that thing they made for like the guy.
I think it's probably prosthetic. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a real person, right?
It might be a guy in a suit in like heavy makeup.
Dude, the way it moved, it looked a little like kind of like animatronic-y, like kind of like.
Oh, you mean the guy on the
the guy who was all fucking sloth. Yeah, that guy who's
that one scared the shit out of me.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that fucking shit.
That might be animatronic.
Dude, that was really impressive.
The guy who's like just a husk.
Oh yeah,
the guy who just like jabbed with 1,000 needles and shit.
That one's fucked, bro.
Dude, fuck.
See, I wonder if Somerset was originally part of.
Lucius Fox, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is
I wonder.
the Batman. So
I wonder if he was like the base of freaking John Doe's plan, and I wonder, like, maybe he had a whole different 7 planned out, and then once Mills came in, kind of like fucked it all up, and he's like, all right, I can fit Mills into this. So
he
this is how I'm gonna
definitely
do it,
punished him for being so fucking arrogant.
Yeah, and
cocky the whole. That's why his fucking wife was
I
beheaded.
agree too. I don't think that was part of his original plan. I think he realizes once Mills gets into the mix, like, oh, this is an even better period to my fucking sentence. Like my shit. Yep.
Detective too.
Well, because he fucks it up. He fucks him up, bro. Right? Like you've
does.
done the 5 deadly sins up until that point, and then the crux of the ending is basically John Doe, whether he's being serious or he's just doing it for the point of his whole message or whatnot. I really can't tell. He says that he's the 6th deadly sin, which is envy, right? Because he tries to spend the day with his wife, wants to see what it's like, wishes he had that life or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But he can't do it. Lops her fucking head off, puts it in the box. What's in the box? No. And then fucking, what's his face? Mills.
It's my dick in a box.
My dick in a box. Fucking Mills ends up being the 7th deadly sin, which is wrath, right? Vengeance, by taking it out on him and just fucking doming
Unloading
him.
on him.
Yeah, and then just...
Was it Mills that's the death, or was it himself that was the death?
What do you mean? Well, because the 7th
John
deadly
Doe.
sin, the 7th deadly sin is wrath or vengeance. So I think it was Mills because he
But
was
Mills doesn't die.
No, but it's not. Mills is the one exacting vengeance upon him, like fulfilling that 7th deadly sin.
Yeah.
And then John Doe is the 6th one because I don't think it's true. I think he's too psycho to actually want to live like a regular life or anything like that. But he's supposed to be the 6th deadly sin, which is envy, because he wanted Mills' life.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, fucking fantastic improvisational skills, because I don't think that was part of his original plan, you know? Like that does seem very off the cuff once they have the little run-in and whatnot. And also, it was a good fake out. I don't think that it was Kevin Spacey in the hallway scene when he takes the pictures of him.
Yeah.
I think it's a different
That man
actor.
seems much taller and slender.
Yeah, I think it's a different actor.
And also has hair on his head.
Yeah. So that was a fake out in terms of
wearing a
just the
wig.
casting. But but yeah, that was also really good. Super scary shit of like, damn, he's been here.
Somerset.
Yeah, he's been here for a long part of the movie. Like, doesn't just show up like towards the end when you start seeing him in the chase and everything. Like,
Dude, and his notebooks are so creepy, like the way they're written, and the fact that he's like,
True
yeah,
fucking
these,
psycho
yeah,
fucking style.
these are like, he's, I don't know how many he
says like 2,000 notebooks.
Yeah.
Each of them have 250 pages each. He basically says if we had a 50-man team,
working 24
working
hours
24
straight.
we
hours,
still
yeah.
wouldn't be done in less than 2 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy.
and they're all in no discernible order, so we
Yeah.
don't even know like what they're just streams of
jot shit
consciousness.
down.
yeah,
Yeah,
he just puts his shit out. Yeah.
That's fucking creepy.
Yeah,
dude.
he's a
That's
scary little
fucking
fucker for
creepy.
sure. Yeah, I think I would attribute like John Doe's level of serial killerness to like Hannibal's for sure. Like he's on that same
Definitely,
level.
he's on that same calm, like methodical, like
just trying to execute a plan, man. Like doesn't give a fuck about how you feel. He's just
also
doing this
just
shit.
like the Riddler.
Yeah, 100%.
Just like the Rizzler.
The Rizzler.
Dude, I loved the scene when Somerset is going to the library because he's gonna look up all like the books that have to deal with like
Yeah.
the 7 deadly sins and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then all the security guards in the library are just like playing poker.
Yeah.
I was
Chilling.
like, "Fuck, dude! I wanted to be a security guard back then,
in the
dude.
day,
like,
yeah.
these fools are just sitting down, smoking a pipe, freaking playing
Yeah.
poker, like in a library. Like, how chill is it to be a security guard in a library,
1995.
job is, my guy.
Yeah.
dude? Like, how chill is it to be a security guard in a library? Like, one, who's gonna rob a library?
I watch both these movies while at work.
Dude, the other one too that oh fuck, I hell lost my train of thought. God damn it.
When that scene came out, I'm like, hey, look, it's us, dude.
The other bit that trips me out too, that's like seems too scarily real for me, right? Is there's the moment when like Somerset and Mills meet up with the FBI informant, the like incognito one, right?
Yeah.
And he like gives him the $50 to get the thing or whatever. He's explaining the process to him, and he's like, "What? they can't do that. That's illegal. And he like Somerset looks at him. He's like, illegal, legal. That doesn't matter. What are you talking about? And I was like, oh shit, that's scary, bro.
Dude, yeah,
that's real life right
that's
there.
so crazy
data
how
mined you through the library card.
But even back then, dude.
It's so crazy how like back then, like that's a concept that's being dropped like in movies, right? That people are being cautious about, and like that's a thing that obviously we're super cautious about now. Apps like tracking your data and all that stuff,
it just tells me that like it's been going on for decades,
1000%,
man. They just
like,
have the technology to make it easier now.
That goes back to like like Edward Snowden and him like releasing that like
the WikiLeaks.
Yeah, the WikiLeaks and freaking they're tracking all your calls and blah blah all that shit like sketch shit. Crazy. That also reminds me of I had a buddy. I've never seen The Wire, but I had a buddy who was watching The Wire, and I showed up to his house one time, and he was in the middle of an episode, and they were trying to solve a case, right? And one of the guys was like, "Isn't there a way we can like like track like the cell phone records or stuff like that?" And this is when like cell phones and stuff are like barely becoming a thing, cell phone companies and stuff. And people are like, "What are you talking about? That's ridiculous.
That's crazy." Yeah.
And he's like, "No, like think about it." He's like, "What? Like when a call goes up, like what happens? Like a signal gets sent to where?" They're like, a tower, and like that, and that goes like where? They're like, "Oh yeah, they're like the cell phone company or whatever," and they're like, "So shouldn't the cell phone companies like have records of all that?" And they're like, yeah, whatever, man. Like
you're crazy.
Whatever. They're like, yeah, let's just like look into it. They're like, all right. And so the two cops go to like one of the cell phone companies, and they're like, yeah, we're just trying to check something out. We don't think it's actually like a real thing, but like, do you guys happen to have like records of like calls that come in or out? And the dude's like, oh yeah, like
every single one.
Yeah, like what do you want? Like, do you want today, yesterday? Do you want you want last month, the month before? And they're like, oh yeah, shit! Like you guys do this?
Game changer.
Yeah. And I just thought that was fucking so hilarious.
Surveillance on a whole other level.
Like, mind blown because like that was probably like a real thing,
Oh, 100%, dude. Yeah.
People being like cell phone records.
Yeah, right.
Oh, come on now,
crazy.
Einstein.
Yeah, get out of here. Who do you think you
got
are?
a noggin on him over here.
Yeah, it is very interesting, and I did notice it a lot while I was watching the movie, just how much inspiration was taken for the Batman beyond just the story, even just in some of the shots and everything like that, like the whole scene where they're investigating the apartment of John Doe just looks like any scene Batman investigating in the movie, like just that like dark moody shit with like a little bit of light or whatever. It's like it's even the club scene. Right, kind of gave me like Batman vibes when he goes to fucking track down Penguin and shit like that and all that stuff. It's like
and the dude has the crazy freaking strap.
Oh, that one was fucked, bro. That one was bad news.
Shout out to that dude's acting because like
he looked fucked up, man. Traumatized,
as one should be.
He dramatized that traumatized motherfucker.
Yeah,
it's pretty bad.
But yeah, that shit was fucking goddamn. And the fact that he made some dude eat himself to death, bro. Like,
crazy
eat his
shit.
way to his death. Eat just so much spaghetti and shit like that,
that he died. Mom's spaghetti.
Vomit on a sweater already.
Yeah.
Mom's spaghetti. Have you seen that movie?
No.
8 Mile.
Next time we do an episode of shit that I've never seen.
We're doing that next week.
Yeah. Fucking 8 Mile.
Oh, God.
But yeah, 7, bro. That shit
was really good too. I was glad that I finally got to watch that movie.
I'd probably give 7 like a strong
10 out of 10 butterflies.
like a strong 7, maybe an 8.
I give it like a 8.2. It's like that psychological thriller, but then it turns into like your regular like buddy cop also type of movie.
Yeah, I think that's what threw me off about it. Is it's like I would have preferred them to pick a lane. Like the first part of the movie, super slow, a lot of like detecting shit, this and that, or whatever. And then the chase scene happens, and it just turns into an action movie for the rest of the thing.
It's definitely very actiony when the intro's coming on and it's playing that intense music, and then all of a sudden it's like music by Howard Shore. Yeah. I was like, what the fuck?
I think Howard Shore did both of these movies.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's
Lord
the
of the
composer
Rings
for both.
and 7, bro.
No, and Silence of the Lambs.
And I
think he did Silence of the Lambs too. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken.
I love my psychological thrillers and I love my fantasy.
Yeah, I definitely give it like a 7 out of 10. It's pretty. It does get really lost in the action. It's kind of a little short, and it does kind of just end abruptly after it kind of all ends. There's no resolution for it. I mean, you already know that Morgan Freeman's gonna fucking retire, and that Mills is.
It's like I'll be around.
Done. He fucking murdered that guy. I mean,
that's the other thing too that I think was
when he's like, when he's like, I'll take the case, you know? He doesn't want to take it, fuck him. No offense, but like, hey,
Yeah.
you know, do what you want to do.
Brad Pitt's so fucking funny.
Yeah. That's the other thing too that I think is kind of like dissatisfying about the ending is like I'm not disappointed with the bad guy winning. I thought that was like a great ending, definitely super fucked up. But he's right. There is like a bad cliffhanger in a sense where it's just like Mills is like, I'll be around. Don't worry.
Yeah.
And then he just gets wheeled.
Somerset?
Yeah, Somerset. Yeah. And then Mills just gets like sent off in the back of the cop car looking absolutely
We'll
fucking
take care of
insane. Yeah. And then that's it.
he's
You
the-
get a shot of the city and then it's over. And
Yeah,
it's
that
like,
part is definitely...
all right, what happened though? Like, yeah.
That part when he's like, we'll take care of him. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, what do you like?
That
this
fool's
dude-
100%
this dude
insane.
for sure shot someone when he has definitely talked about on the like that's another thing like they were constantly talking about how they never really pulled their gun out on the job.
I think
and they're together and they pull it out like a bunch of times, you know, when they first go to the freaking
Yeah.
So that whole scene where Brad Pitt's talking about like the first time that he got shot or he didn't get shot.
Yeah,
The first
he
time that
shot somebody, yeah.
right? The way Morgan Freeman is looking at him while he's telling the story, and the way that he's telling the story makes me think he's full of shit.
maybe.
Makes me think that he either that happened and he just fucking went off the fucking
'Cause he's like,
rails
I
and
can't-
killed
I can't
somebody, and
remember
that's
his
why he
name.
fucking
Yeah, how do you not remember
the person that fucking your buddy that died,
Yeah.
bro? Yeah.
I think it would be very much
I
in
think
line
it-
with Mills's
yeah.
character too. Of like he is this big bullshitter, like fucking
Yeah.
big shot, like nah, dude, I've done this before. Let me take the fucking case. I don't fucking care.
Yeah, 'cause
I'm
that-
fucking
yeah.
Brad Pitt. Like,
Yeah.
And that they do try to warn him too. He tries to tell him like, don't fucking dismiss him as psycho.
Yeah.
Because like this guy's like thought this shit out. You know, there's a motive
He's just like,
here.
this
He
guy's
will
a
fuck with
fucking
you.
psycho.
That's
He
the-
gets
yeah.
fucked with hardcore.
that's the
whole
other
fucking
thing
time.
too that I think just like bugged me out about that character, and maybe that's why I didn't like Brad Pitt so much in this movie. Is he's just a fucking idiot, so stupid. Like really has the smartest detective on the force sitting there very calmly and like patiently dealing with this like honestly psycho in his own right and trying to be like, look, I'm trying to show you the ropes, kid. I'm trying to tell you how you should go about doing this, blah blah blah. Like you're gonna fuck yourself up, you're gonna put people in danger, this and that. And the whole time he's just like, nope, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna bust down this door and I'm gonna chase him. I don't give a shit. He almost killed me. I don't give a fuck. He didn't almost kill me. I got away. He's like, no, he let you live, fool. Like you are.
He would have fucking should have killed him, bro.
It's interesting because it's like he a lot of the things that he says, like he talks to him about delusions of grandeur and all that shit and stuff. Like he kind of has the same shit himself, you know. Like I think he even has that conversation with Morgan Freeman in the bar where he's like, Somerset has a very realistic, if not a little pessimistic view of what the city and what the world is like, right? Of like people are fucked up, people are gonna do whatever it takes to get what they want, and they're gonna like make that shit happen.
Yeah.
Versus like you have this like very opposite, naive, optimistic, like, no, I'm gonna make the world a better place. Like I can do this, blah blah blah. Meanwhile, he's like, you know, a cop, which is like, for better or for worse, not the best way to make the world a better place. Like,
He's a detective.
he's
all right?
okay. He's still
He's
he's a pig. He's a cop.
Yeah,
all
he's a
right.
dick.
It
Yeah, he's
doesn't.
a dick,
He's
yeah.
an upgraded detective. He's an upgraded cop. You know. He's still
He's a dick. That's what the SWAT's call him.
Yeah, dicks.
The dick.
Yeah.
Dicks are in the back or whatever.
Yep. Yep.
Swap, swap before.
Get in here. You dicks are gonna want to see this. Like, yeah.
Yeah, big dicks.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a good movie though. I still really enjoyed. The rest of the movie was still pretty fucking like enjoyable. And,
The part that cracks me up is obviously the action scene, but the way freaking John Doe like runs away,
Yeah.
He like, wee.
Yeah. I was also thinking to myself too in that moment. I had like a break from the movie, and I thought to myself, I was like, would a detective chasing down a suspect really go as parkour as Brad Pitt is going right now? Because it's like
It's in line with his character, bro.
it
It's in
is
line with his
it is in
character.
line with his character, but I'm just thinking of like efficiency. I'm like, you're doing a lot of jumps. You could just run and you'd be getting to him a lot faster, buddy. Like,
Well, that's the thing. That's like,
yeah.
like that's in line with his character. Like you see freaking Somerset, and he's like, "All right, I'm
Where's the
fucking
back?
older. I'm slower. Like I really got to plan my shit out." And Mills is just like, "I fucking got him. Somerset,
going."
I fucking got him, man.
Yeah,
I'll fucking get him."
Yeah.
And he almost freaking dies.
Yeah.
You know. And
Yeah.
he almost freaking dies. And guess what? Gwyneth Paltrow gets her freaking head cut off.
freaking should have died, honestly.
7 out of 10 though.
Still
7 out of 10 for
7 out of 10 Pepper Potts heads in the box.
7 sevens out of 10 for the movie 7.
Fucking 5 out of 7 Deadly Sins.
Yeah, I give it. Yeah, there you go. How many deadly sins do you give it?
I give it 5.
I
give it 5 deadly sins.
I give it like 5 and a 5.
5 being
5.3 deadly sins. You know, you started another one, but like you barely got through it with it. You know, you did 5 and you wanted to do another one, but it
you just couldn't bring yourself to do it.
Couldn't bring yourself to do it.
Yeah.
You know,
This movie is Batman, bro. They also ended on vengeance.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Vengeance.
straight up.
Pitt
That's
is
what Brad Pitt
vengeance.
needed to say.
I am vengeance.
I was honestly
Right.
hopeful
But he
too.
said-
I am Batman. What's in the bags?
What's in the box?
Oh God.
Yeah, I was honestly hopeful that he was gonna do the right thing in the end, but
I knew he wasn't going to. I knew he
pops
was gonna
him
kill
right
him.
in the fucking face, man.
I love when John Doe's like dropping the little hints. Like first when he's on the phone,
Doe.
he's like, "I want to give you a hint, but it would just give away the surprise," and then just hangs up.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously when he catches him and Mills keeps just like calling him a psycho and like egging him on, he's like, "You're really gonna like this one."
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
just like
seriously.
you know,
It's like you're
that
such a
part-
fucking idiot.
yeah. That
bro.
part was
Yeah.
fucking great,
Mhm.
dude. I love that.
Good
'Cause
shit.
Mills is just getting his shit thrown back in his fucking face.
I also don't
God
see Kevin
damn it.
Spacey doing all that other parkour either. When I saw that it was him
Definitely
at the
not.
end, I was like, Kevin Spacey doing fucking flips and shit.
Yeah,
landing on
yeah,
trucks,
yeah.
Fucking, no way.
Sliding across trucks, jumping out of windows and shit, running across
Not as John
rooftops.
Doe, as Ultron maybe.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Oh no, that's not him. That's
Oh yeah, it's
I'm
a
high
different
as
actor.
fuck. That's James
Yeah.
Spader.
James Spader. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, five out of 7 deadly sins.
Yeah, 5
7 out of 7 on the traditional scale. 7 out of 10 on the traditional scale.
Nice, nice,
Good flick.
good flick.
Good movie, good
Good
movie.
Yeah, good movies if you guys are in for a little psychological thrilling and
Mhm.
you know you wanna tickle that part of your brain. Just freaking you
If
know.
you want your psychologicals thrilled.
yeah, exactly. If you want,
You
just
want
like,
your psyche tickled?
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
go check these movies out.
Go
They're
watch
actually
it.
both on HBO Max. So
Yeah.
go freaking.
that was nice.
Yeah.
yeah, that was nice.
Don't have to fucking
And they're
jump
so-
across 10 different platforms.
They're so
and-
similar that when you finish one, it suggests the other one right
Yeah,
after.
yeah,
exactly.
No matter which order you
Oh,
watch
Silence of the Lambs. You want to watch 7?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
it. Yeah.
But yeah, guys, that was episode number freaking 48.
48 or
Yeah.
47? 48.
48. Yeah, last
Yeah.
week was 47.
Goddamn.
Thank you, Diggs, for being another guest, man. Or
Pleasure to be
I
here,
think
as always.
one of the few guests we've had this year. I don't know if we've had any guests this
So far this year? Yeah, I don't think so. Did we do Harry Potter this year? Or was that at the end of last year?
Did you have Ev on here the other day? Like,
Oh,
as
we
an
did.
actual
Yeah,
official
Ev
guest?
came on for White Lotus. And also Joey was here.
Was that this year?
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
year?
that was at the start of this
I
year.
haven't
That was
watched
this
White
year?
Lotus.
I don't think it was before our 1 year,
Mm-hmm.
but it was at the start of 2023.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
But yeah, guys, join us. God damn.
There comes the Yans.
The freaking Yansies. But join us next week, guys, where we're gonna freaking talk about. Okay, I was actually thinking about this. So you haven't seen 8 Mile,
Nope.
and I sure as hell don't think you've seen Get Rich or Die Trying.
I don't even know what that is.
The 50 Cent freaking movie.
Mm-mm.
Okay, we're gonna do those next week, dude. 'cause
Sure.
In terms of like rap, okay, we're talking about before. Like, I think in terms of like, they're not like biopics, you know. Like, whereas fucking the NWA movie is more of like a biopic
Mhm.
almost.
Mhm.
But just rap movies talking about the come up of a rapper.
Mm-hmm.
I think these are two of the best ones,
Okay.
1000%. I've watched 8 Mile a lot. I've watched Get Rich or Die Trying a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Get Rich or Die Trying turned 20. Like the album itself turned 20 this
Oh,
year
dang.
or last year.
Did 50 Cent do the album for it?
Yeah.
I would assume
Yeah.
so.
Oh. And that album, one of my favorite albums too. That album's fucking great.
Okay.
So,
Well, have you seen Almost Famous, Ryan?
That's a good movie.
no.
That's a movie you guys should definitely watch on here.
Mhm.
Almost Famous.
Almost Famous. That's a great fucking movie.
I don't know exactly how 8 Mile or Get Rich or Die Trying are about, but I assume they're roughly the same idea of a movie, which is like a dramatic story that tells you like about a band that's not real coming up and the problems and stuff that they have and shit
8
like
Mile
that.
is pretty close to the actual Eminem story. He's just not named Eminem.
Yeah.
Um,
And the Get Rich or Die Trying one
His
is fair.
B Rabbit, right? That's
Yeah,
his
B
name,
Rabbit.
right?
Yeah.
B-Rabbit.
And in Get Rich or Die Trying, I know there is a lot that's very similar to 50 Cent's life as well.
Mm.
Like, he for sure gets shot in that movie, and he was for sure shot 9 times in real life.
In the mouth.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Get Rich or Die Trying. But yeah, those two movies I think they're really good. I haven't watched them in a while, so maybe when I throw my movie review cap
might have
on,
a different
might have
perspective on them. Yeah, for sure.
But
yeah.
they're still great. I love them.
You gotta be able to watch movies multiple ways, you know?
Exactly.
Gotta turn your brain off and just have a good time, and then you can analyze and criticize if you like.
Turn the old noggin off for a bit, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But hell yeah, guys, that was episode number 48. Join us next week. You already know what we're gonna watch. Follow us on all the shits, you know, Apple Music, Spotify,
Apple Podcasts.
Too High for Too High. Yeah.
Too High for Too High.
Too High for Too High. Too High for TV.
Two Apple High for Spotify.
Exactly. Find us on YouTube, Instagram at 2High4TV, TOOHIGH4TV, and that's the number 4. Not spelled out 4.
Not golf 4.
Not F-O-R-E. Just the number 4. Yeah. All right, guys. And
see you next week.
See you next week.
Later.